live from beautiful Northwest Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the hot spot all of a sudden, politically because of this RNC. Welcome to Outlaw Radio. Crazy on a Wednesday evening. I don't even think I have to explain why I would choose to title the show uh, Crazy. Well, there's a lot of crazy things going on, obviously. We'll talk about a lot of that as we get into Outlaw Radio tonight. My name is Kevin Barnes. I'm the host of Outlaw Radio, the world-class smartass, the militant with a microphone, aka the Negro Whisperer. It is the Wednesday edition of Outlaw Radio. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We got a phone number, first of all. It's 262-202-5131. 262-202-5131. Got a chat room as well, which always pops. I see Big Reg. Big Reg, I see you, my brother. I see you say, yo, what's good? My brother, we need to talk. I got a bunch of stuff to run, bunch of RC stuff I want to, just so we could chop it up about just the hobby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rail 2, who's one of the outlaws who's just getting into it. Shout out to my homie Dre. Shout out to my homeboy Big Jesse. We're black nerds. We do RC, right? Grown men playing with toy cars. Eagle Eye Shaw, my brother, how you doing, my brother? My brother. We need to talk as well because Trigger Happy TV has to get off the ground. And so I'm thinking maybe you and I have to be the catalyst of getting that started. Man, it's so many people I appreciate who just support our platform. And a lot of them will call if you're listening to the show. A lot of them will call in. A lot of them will be in the chat room. So the Outlaw family is real. Okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? I got a co-host with me. I think. I don't know. Let me make sure. Is this who I think it is? Mr. Carter, what's popping with you, my brother?
Hey, it's me, y'all. It's me. How you doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the culture teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor. Hey, mama, there go the CMOS man! Look here. Y'all better come on in.
Black business. What can I say?
How
What
you doing,
haven't I
dear?
said? I'm great, man. I'm great. Are you? Let's make sure we're on the one. You don't have a delay. Are we delayed? Are we delayed? Okay, we might have a
No,
delay.
everything cool on my part.
Okay. So welcome to the show, my brother. Y'all get with this brother, man. Go to the House of Vitality down at the Sherman Phoenix. Prepare to support Wellness Our Way, which is held on the first Saturday of every month at the Sherman Phoenix, correct?
Every month.
Okay. And shout out to Fletch, who's our sponsor from EPUSDS.com. Well, that's their website, EPUSDS. Let me get my ticker going. There we go. It's right there. The website is there, EPUSDS.com. If you want to do some partnership and advertise your businesses, please hit me up. We get your name on the ticker, get you a banner. Let's do some sponsorship talk. Teamwork needs to happen so the dream can work. But welcome to Outlaw Radio. How y'all feel? 414. Let me know how y'all feel. That's what this show is about. Once again, people say, well, what is Outlaw Radio? Well, it's a show for black people. What y'all be talking about on Outlaw Radio? We talk about black people stuff. Okay. So if you're one of us, a foundational black American, come on in. If you are the of the other persuasion, Caucasian, if you will, you can come on in too. Just respect the platform. You can come in, you can put your opinions up. And we know, like, with right now what's going on in our city, this RNC, and we've been looking at this, we've been knowing this was coming. And we thought that the bullshit that's associated with the Trump MAGA movement, we thought it'd be thick, but we had no way to anticipate an attempt or allegedly an attempt on his life prior to him even getting off the plane in Milwaukee. So Milwaukee became this kind of lockdown, if you're from here, you basically got to have certain papers to get downtown, to go through certain protocols and processes to get downtown. I don't have any reason to go down there presently, so it doesn't really bother me. But what happens is the chickens come home to roost, in which a Columbus, Ohio police officer, that's right, Columbus, Ohio, who I guess they bring law enforcement officials from around the country to help secure this, which I don't totally understand, because you have the Milwaukee Police Department, you have the Milwaukee Sheriff's Department, you have state troopers, you have reservists, you have military, you have the Secret Service. So why are officers from Columbus here? I know people say, "Okay, well, that's how they do it," or is it because they built a cage around the Fister? You've never seen this before. They built a cage around the building downtown, and now a homeless gentleman is murdered. We're gonna talk about that tonight a little bit. We're gonna put some paint where it ain't. And I see the people are already out there. The people in Milwaukee are getting mobilized. I see certain groups, certain figureheads, certain leaders, if you will, ready to speak and spew and do what they do. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. Real, how you doing, my brother? What's good with you?
I'm good. How y'all doing this evening?
All right.
We're all right, man. We're all right, man. We're doing well. Every day above ground is a good one, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Outlaw Radio. Crazy on a Wednesday night. It's crazy right now. Eagle Eye says salute Outlaw Radio. My brother, how you doing?
Peace.
He's once a sponsor, also always a sponsor. Eagle Eye is a sponsor of the show as well. So let's talk about it. He said they should have we had their ass at the RNC, not outside of it. Well, so this shooting, which is a homeless man, a brother, somebody give me his name, or I'll have to go and look it up. I mean, I have his name, whatever. But this brother, this is Miles. This is some Sharp. Okay, let's call him Brother Sharp. I just don't feel like looking at my notes. He's miles away from the actual convention, but they have lines. I guess they have zones, they have areas, and there's a tent city. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. There's a situation where homeless people have tents. They live in tents in this area and off Valete somewhere, because he was shot on 17th, 14th and Valete.
Over there by King Park.
Right by the park. So, and I don't know who put the Columbus. Why would you put Columbus, Ohio police officers in a park on the north side of Milwaukee? It's a whole different animal from Columbus. You're not in Ohio anymore, Dorothy. So basically, we got a Mayberry cop. Yes, I'm calling Columbus, Ohio, Mayberry. What do you got? The University, Ohio State, right? You take that out, you have a village. And not that I've ever been there, but I'm saying, like, why is this Mayberry? Why is Barney Fife on Valete? You know what I mean? Like miles away. Oh, so these two individuals had this one individual, I'm sorry, Brother Sharp, had allegedly two knives. He was commanded to put the knives down, and then they shot him. He was into an altercation with another individual. And I guess he was attempting to attack this individual in some certain way, and this officer, multiple officers opened fire. He was dead at the scene. Okay. Tiarsha Arthur, how you doing, my sister? She said, good evening, Rail. Good evening. She said, good evening, cousin Rail and the Outlaw family.
Peace.
Yeah. How you doing, Tiarsha? So, I mean, I don't know if y'all, how should we as black people, because we always got to talk about how we should take shit, right? Like, what's the process? What y'all think about this murder by this cop? Like, is this why? First of all, I still don't understand why. But Kamar, you muted.
I feel like officers that ain't from Milwaukee, they shouldn't have no jurisdiction in Milwaukee. If they are here, they should have been on the other side of them fences. You know what I mean? Securing that area in which they know about. You know what I mean? I don't think they should have been out here. Like we got police here in Milwaukee for that.
Yeah, and
I
you
think.
have buku
Like what would
security.
they?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If they arrested somebody, like you know what I mean? Like that's weird as fuck.
okay.
That got arrested by an Ohio police officer.
Who knew?
Fuck out of here, man.
Who knew they could do that? Right? Like,
Right. Fuck out of here.
yeah, it's
Come over here with his audacity and shit.
yeah, that racist
They
shit.
definitely
And
could
what
have shot the man in the leg. They definitely could have used tasers, but they didn't.
she
I
said,
thought
she
the
didn't.
objective was I thought the objective was to subdue a criminal so you could take him so he could go to court and get tried in a court of law. You know what I mean? Like the way it's going, it seems different now.
This is what you're gonna get. All you super intelligent black people who are Trump, 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 Trump. This is what you're gonna get. More of this. This Clint Eastwood, but I'm really Barney Fife fantasies. Like this, and this is also an example of what happens when you over police a place, a community. Because, like you both just stated, we have police officers. I believe there's a police station over in that area of, or am I overshooting it? Where is it? Well, that's closer to what 35th and Valete, where the police station is over there.
Mm-hmm.
But you have police that are paid via our tax dollars to patrol these areas. So why are they anywhere except for downtown somewhere?
Right.
Stand in front of the Grand, or you know what I mean? Some shit like that. Like, why are you in the hood? So it's just crazy. Real, what you thinking about this, man? I don't know if you paid attention to this or not. I know you tend to do your own thing, but I mean,
No, I ain't. Somebody just brought it up at work today, and was telling me about it, but I really don't know enough. I just know that they said the cops was out of state cops.
yes.
You know, so I guess if they paid to be here, wouldn't that make them like mercenaries? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
How do we what's the draw here? I'm glad
if they paid
legalized
to come to another place, like I think we
have
used to call
will
them
travel.
mercenaries back in the day. Like,
All right. Yeah. I mean, you know, the riflemen and shit.
But yeah, I don't know the thing. So you said this guy allegedly had knives and was trying to attack somebody else, though?
From the footage, he had 2 knives in his hands. He was, I guess, I don't know. Once again, mental health is at play here. Okay. And we just saw this with the brother. It was Brother Young, who was murdered in front of the Hyatt by 4 flashlight cops. We just saw this. And once again, it's mental health. Once again, it's a person of color. I believe this is a person of color. This is a black
So
man.
you can see knives in the footage?
In the still footage that I saw, he did have 2 knives. He's in an altercation with another man. He did have 2 knives, and they were yelling on the video, drop the knives, drop the knives. And then it's just like everybody in the neighborhood starts shooting him, which is something else I don't understand. Like, what's up with all the gunshots?
You know, like I try to look at it from both sides, right? Well, I don't know about all the gunshots. I can't explain that. But like I was wondering, like, did they even have to shoot him? Like I asked that question myself so I could watch the video again. Did they have to shoot him? And I noticed like he was actively going at somebody with the knife.
Did they talk to the person he was in an altercation with?
Yeah, he was in an altercation with somebody, and because the police rep was running across the parking lot with their guns out, hollering, "Put the knives down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down!" And by the time they got there, I want to say it looked like from the body cam footage, it looked like he was about 15 feet away from him. And the dude was actively going at him. You know what I'm saying? So like they really couldn't just grab the man and stop him. You know what I mean? That's why I question like whether they could have pulled out his shocker
tasers and stuff like that.
The stun gun, you know what I mean? If they could have used that instead, or shot the man in the leg, but shit, everybody was shooting. If everybody had shot him in the leg, he'd have bled to death.
Right,
You know
he had no leg.
You know what I mean? So like, it's a fucked up thing, man.
And okay, so let me catch the chat room because I'm like I said, I'm glad Eagle Eyes is here. He is somebody who does security. He understands, making perimeters and this kind of thing. And he said, they could have went non-lethal, and this is what you all just said. And Tiasha said she didn't say cousin. Now, y'all, I don't know. Y'all look at this for me and say, doesn't it say good evening, Kevin? Oh, she said Kevin, Rail, and the Outlaw family.
Yeah,
So
that's my cousin. That's my
right,
cousin.
okay.
Tiasha, my cousin.
Okay, I
We
did.
are cousins.
All right. She's
Hey,
adamant about it. Like, I didn't say cousin Rel. Like, my bad. I just want to straighten that out for y'all. For TR should get upset on this motherfucker. Like, hey,
right.
I didn't say cousin Rel. Eagle Eyes, he says they always go lethal with black men, but quick to use non-lethal force on whites. If they use any force at all on white people. Like you see white men holding a baby hostage with a gun to their head and a bomb strapped on him, and they be like, just hold on. They call in the negotiator. He ends up making it to court. Black man got a knife and gets shot by how many officers? Or shot at least and hit by one, we know. It is once again, I keep telling y'all, be careful. We did a show called Buyer Beware. Everybody's running around with this. Hey, he got shot. I like him because he keep it real. Y'all don't see this motherfucker as a tyrant, that he's maniacal. Now they say, Kev, he didn't shoot him. But this is the mentality that he brings to the table. This is how white people act with Trump. I seen two white dudes getting interviewed after Trump got shot. And believe it or not, they were at the rally. And one of them was saying, they said, why do you think this happened? He said, Barack Obama. I said, what? Just wake up. It's 2024. Fuck you, black people.
Barack's been gone for 10 years.
Right. Barack somewhere on Ozempic and shit, like losing weight, right? Like, man, listen, this is the insane mindlessness that Trump, his people, his supporters. You notice there's no mild-mannered Trump fans. Most of them are maniacal.
I would think they just that way, period. Because I mean, like, I think when I think about all the televised deaths of colored folk or folk that were a minority, I mean, shit, Trayvon, I think happened not under Trump. That was Obama.
Trayvon Martin.
The boy, the unfortunate guy in Missouri.
Ahmaud Arbery, you talking about
Brown, something Brown.
Mike Brown.
I think wasn't that still under Obama? Like, so I mean, if nuts gonna be nuts regardless of who in office.
Yeah, but hold on, because there is a pronounced aggressiveness from racists when Trump is involved in any manner. Now, I mean, you just stated the obvious and saying basically, brother's been getting shot forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't need no motherfucking.
But there was but he charges them. He puts a battery in their back. He puts a battery in their back, and you can bring up Obama because a lot of white people were upset that he was president. So
that's what I'm saying. So they might have been even more malicious.
Okay, I put it to you like this. When the last time you seen white people rush the Capitol building? Now, I don't give a fuck, but we know we've been getting killed forever. I don't think that the president, I don't think he, this shit go all the way back to Franklin. They was lynching us. You know what I mean? So we know that. What I'm saying is the whole thing with the white lawyer here in Shorewood, when Black Lives Matter, she gets out the car and spits in a teenager's face. All of this kind of aggressive white racist behavior ramps up when Trump is involved. If he's in the building anyways, why you see when they were at the conventions and the old white dude didn't want the black dude sitting down, fucking niggers sitting by me, and the black dude sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool because you shouldn't have had your ass down there anyways. But he is a lightning rod for white racists. They feel empowered by him. They feel like, okay, this is the American way. It's not. It's some bullshit. Now, you made a good point in that niggas been getting killed. That's true, and I don't think anybody would argue that. Like I said, this shit go back to Abraham Lincoln, right? It's bigger than Nino Brown. I'm just saying. Trump brings that kind of white people seem to poke their chests out a little bit more. Racist. This is where the Karens come from. That shit came all when. Don't get me wrong. White women always been nasty pieces of work in some regard. But Trump got them. They just white people show that Kendrick said you got to pop out and show niggas. Like the white people feel like that. Let me get the comments in the chat room. Eagle Eye said a white man can do a mass shooting and be arrested with non-lethal force. We've seen that.
Get a burger in the back. Get a burger in the back of the car.
Yeah, they gave the white boy, what was his name? He shot up the church. They took him to Burger King. What was his name? I forgot. I keep wanting to say Rittenhouse, but it wasn't him. I think that they sent him to prison though. I don't know. No, not Rittenhouse. The other one who shot up the church. Was that in where that was out east somewhere? When he walked in the church and he said he came to kill black people. I can't remember his name. Tiarsha said there are over 4,000 officers from different states, and all of them have different zones. The Ohio officers were assigned to the 14th and Valee area. Yeah, we know that. I'm just saying, whose decision was that? It would seem like, no, we gonna put y'all where, because with the city and the state that it's in for safety purposes, you want to put MPD in the community, and like Kamar said, you put them closer to that because that's what they're here for.
Right.
Why are they here on 14th and Valee, which I believe we pay cops to protect that area?
The event they here for.
Why y'all? Who's this is ass backwards thinking. This is dumb. This is just stupid. For me, it's dumb. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Eagle Eyes, he says it's
on a dumbass mayor.
Well, we gonna get to him. You know, it's enough to go around for little buddy downtown. Eagle Eye said it's white. If it's white men that charges cops with knives, and they still got non-lethal. They quick to shoot us. No excuses. Absolutely. It's always been open season on Negroes. That's America 101, right? He said, "Oh, that's Fletch. How you doing, Fletch, my brother?" He said, "What up, family? Let's go." Police are trained to shoot center mass to neutralize the threat. So yeah, they trained to put you down, family. I can understand that. I can understand that, but I think it's just a little bit easier for them to do the deed when it's a brother on the business end of that gun. Dion in the chat room, he said it's not who's in office, it's about the mentality of these police officers and white people. I still think Trump energizes them. It's just like when Farrakhan speaks, a lot of people get charged. They feel a certain way. It means something to see your leader standing up there.
I was talking about the mayor.
It means something when you see your leader standing up there speaking and he got the world's attention. You as a supporter sitting there like, yeah. Because when I hear the minister speak, I'd be like, hell yeah. I get to feeling it in my bones. You feel what I'm saying? So if Farrakhan was like president, like Minister Farrakhan, we would be amped. Most of us, you got some people who, whatever. But most of us would be amped. If he said it's time to ride, we'd be like, hey y'all, time to ride. The minister says it's time to ride. So, and other black leaders who it's like when I was young, if Mike McGee Sr. was given a wide platform and was speaking, I'd be like, yeah, there we go. That's us right there. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like the energy that Trump brings. And some people disagree with me. You fine. That's fine. That's fine. He said, John Fletcher, they train to go non-lethal as well. They use non-lethal for their own. It's a big difference. Absolutely. Absolutely. We know that. Miss Beverly, how you doing? How you doing? She said he was shot more than 20 times. More than 20 times. Let's let that sink in for a minute. More than 20 times. By the Columbus, Ohio PD, who is known for police brutality against blacks. She said they were under review for a period of time in 2023 by the Justice Department. They are full of shit and were too far to de-escalate before shooting a veteran with possible PTSD. Come on, man. A veteran. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Facts, he said.
Hey, wasn't that in Ohio with Trump?
Pennsylvania.
That was Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the champ.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ear
I was gonna say he brought them niggas back with him.
the ear assassination.
Gonna say he brought them niggas back to Milwaukee with him.
Right. Yeah, we going all the way to the hood with you. It was in South Carolina, you're right, Dion. What was it? Dylan Roof. That was his name. Burger
Yeah.
King boy, Dylan Roof. So yeah, our mayor, he's been a champion of this, and he's getting a lot of press. He's getting a lot of national interviews. But I heard him speak, and what he said was he didn't want people to die. Once again, it's this kind of whitewash, politicized statement in which he makes a point to say, now he did have 2 knives. He kind of emphasized that, like, now, if was a 5th, right? So he said that. But mayor, once again, you put the city up for sale. You hoard us out once again for this RNC because you was so hype about the revenue that it generates. Now, I would challenge you as the mayor that once this is all said and done and once this is over, show us what you're going to do with the revenue. Tell us what you're going to do with it. Because it's enough. It should be enough to go around, right? With your tax increase, which you are reaping, revenue from, that started in January when anything that was $9 became $10 overnight. Tell us what you're going to do with it since you're getting it. Since you done sold us up, you sold us for the tax increase. You said, well, you can't. Okay, we won't do no DEI. You sold us for that. You sold us for the RNC. You are a perpetuator of gentrification, and you're selling us out in that fashion. All right. So tell us what you're gonna do with all this money you getting. You got tax increase. You got Summerfest. You got the RNC. We should have enough money that the people should eat off this. Y'all think?
Hey, then that RNC, man, that's bullshit too. That shit causing the city more problems than it's benefit.
Well, it's a lot of tax. It's a lot of revenue being made. A lot of what they say, 55 million people.
You know what I mean? But this, let me say what I'm getting at. This is just talking off of what I've been seeing, right?
Right.
Okay, they blocked all the downtown off, all these businesses out there that normally flourish all day long. You know what I'm saying? All day long. You got these businesses down there, man, they empty all day long now. You know what I mean? Like they ain't being patronized like they was expected. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of restaurants down there that done ordered all this food, got their freezers full. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nobody coming to buy the food. And it was like, what they gonna do? They ain't making no money. All this, they could have been making money all week, and it's more of it's fucked up for them. Then you talk about the regular civilians trying to move around and handle their business to get downtown and shit, and they really can't. 2-3 hours just to get somewhere downtown, if you can get to where you're going. You know what I mean? It's just more problems than it really is. All these police, brother just got shot down there on Valete. You know what I'm saying? It's just more problems for the city as a whole. You know what I mean? Than the benefit, I think. I don't know nobody. Like, I don't know no black people that's really flourishing because the RNC is here.
Well, okay.
I just see it hindering us.
Is there? I would like to see the numbers on what their revenue did. That's what I'm saying. When it's all said and done, and every coin is counted, and every ad machine is clicked, I want to know, Kamar. That opens up a very interesting point. Did it benefit the businesses downtown? Because I'm sure the belief was supposed that all these people, celebrities, all these big spenders would come to Milwaukee, and they would patronize these restaurants because everything is within walking distance. So the ideology or the idea of it was, and that was how he sold it, that
right.
Look how much tax revenue we're gonna make because the businesses are gonna make money, and in turn, you charge them for parking space, probably $100 to park. Yeah, I mean, like it's like stupid shit. I remember when the NCAA tournament came years back, and like parking spaces $75. I'm like, $75, and then you got to pay to get in the arena, and then probably a hot dog is $12. Like people's buying T-shirts and banners. So I said all that to say, I'm waiting now, Kamar, since you put that out there, I'm waiting to see what the businesses have to say after this. I'm waiting to see, did that revenue come through? Or is it people on the fringe that didn't? Because I seen Pastor Ken with Dog City, and he had a bunch of people, Secret Service. He was like, yeah, Secret Service eating here. I was like, okay, they spending money. So I like to see. I want to see the numbers. So I hope they show us the bottom line. You muted, Kamar.
And then you want to know, I mean, okay, hot dog, he did good. You know what I mean? But like, are they going to be there all week supporting him? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often are they going to eat that for lunch? You know what I mean? Then it's just like, I know one person who I could say is really benefiting. He has a security company. You know what I mean? He got hired, so his company is actually down there working downtown in different places.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They tell them where to go, and that's what they do or whatever. But that's the only person I know that's really benefiting. You know what I mean? That I know personally. I'm talking about, and I feel like the way they was talking about when this RNC come, a lot of people should be feeling a difference or even seeing a difference.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I would love to know now. I want to do a deep dive on it.
I've been, and I've been looking at different pictures of people been taking. I watched a video with Sean Moore. He was walking down there the other day. You know,
Okay. I didn't see it.
ghost town and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, where all the people at? And then I really start thinking about it. Like, okay, they make all the hotels. They catering to them too, right? So you figure they cooking. I'm sure they got a lot of catered food in the hotels. You know what I mean? So these people, they probably ain't coming out much. It's bars in the hotels already, so they ain't coming out much for that either. You know what I mean? A lot of them bars is open till 4 o'clock in the morning for nothing.
I didn't know you could be allowed to stay open until 4 in the morning.
Well, that's how they doing them down there. They
I
change.
didn't know. I'm saying this is all new information to me. I didn't know
Yeah,
none of that.
yeah, man. They changed it so they could be open till 4 in the morning downtown.
Um, this is Miss Williams, Beverly Williams, in the chat room. She says the Columbus, Ohio police shot a teenager who had a knife and caused riots in Columbus. They should have been trained. Ain't that what it always comes down to, though? They should have been trained. That's what we said about the security guards at the Hyatt. Eagle Eyes is confirming your statement, Kamar. He says Kamar's right. Business is losing. That was on the news.
Yeah,
There you go.
they losing horribly, man. They
That's what's
losing
up.
horribly. I saw a picture. I frequent the public market downtown, Milwaukee Public Market. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, you go through there during the day, you know what I mean? It's almost shoulder to shoulder in there. Like it be packed with people.
Normally.
And they posted a picture down there, like this place is empty.
Wow.
It might have been two people sitting down eating, where all the chairs is. Like, it's ridiculous, man. That's what I said. I feel like as a whole is hindering the people of Milwaukee more so than the benefit. You know what I mean? I think certain people may be making money, like the hotels downtown. They may be really making a coin. I heard that Trump daughter and them rented out like from the 15th floor all the way up down in Potawatomi. You know what I mean? They know it just like he's like that's the only time he ever seen Potawatomi empty.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Ain't nobody there. They done rented the whole motherfucker out pretty much. You know what I mean? So they really ain't coming out that motherfucker if they ain't got it. Potawatomi got food. Potawatomi got drinks. You got everything they need.
But also, too, how many of these people have Airbnbs? Like they're
Yeah,
not
that
in a
too.
hotel.
That
So
too.
you got an Airbnb. So you call in, you can go to the grocery store.
Also talked to somebody and they was telling me about how it was somebody was down there doing interviews at the Sherman Phoenix. And they was talking about how it was actually a video going around telling them where to go to,
Oh,
where
yeah.
is safe. Which you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, that shit it's all fucked up, man. Fuck them people for bringing that shit here.
And it's very few Black businesses, should I say, downtown.
Right.
So we knew it wasn't going to really matriculate
And the ones that are, they
into
really
our
hurt because
neighborhood.
they ain't going to their bar.
Well, yeah, they ain't gonna go to Chicago sub. Like they're not, let's go to Perkins. No. We got too much security. We can't all fit in Perkins. Shout out to Perkins, right? I mean, I'm
Right.
just saying, like, we knew our businesses, blue grease, what blue magic hair pomade, that shit, then the sales wasn't going to increase to that. Like
Right.
if it was like a black convention, we'd be like, man, we done sold all the lotion. Like, who buys lotion? Do white people put lotion on? I'm sorry, I don't know. I was just thinking out loud. But yeah, so yeah, and then like I said, the mayor, he's just kind of like, he's the host for this thing, and he himself is a Democrat, right? But it's supposed to be a big money. Honestly, I don't think the mayor has control over much. I think he's pretty much, this is just my hypothesis, I think he's pretty much told what to do. He doesn't seem like a real decisive guy. Like, I don't know him. If y'all went to, I know there's a lot of people who know him personally. I've never met the brother. But I don't feel like he's really decisive. I feel like it's like, well, what y'all think I should do? Well, do this. I will do that then. I don't feel like, he don't
Okay.
take me as a kind of like, hey man, check this out. Look, this is what we gonna do. So when I look in it, I'm sure that big business right now, Milwaukee is trying to entertain and build a relationship with businesses to come here, bring your headquarters here, come build something here. And so the main thing that we know is the mayor is dealing with the business people. He dealing with the money. I don't think we're a priority for him. And that's sad in a city that's 48% black. And we're not, because think about it. Since he's been inaugurated for the second term, somebody please tell me what he's done for our community that has been really, really forward thinking, really, really effective, something that moved the needle. I don't know all of his policies. I'm telling you, I don't have his dossier. So if you know, please inform me. I
That was
love
a good word, Kev.
every now and then. Yeah, every now and then, Kamar, every now and then, right? I'm from Capital, but I clean up good. I'm just saying. I'm saying I don't know. I don't pretend to know everything on this show. That's the beautiful part of it is you all can call in and say, hey, Kev, no, this, that, and the third. Like I said, I wanted to see the bottom lines from the businesses. Eagle Eyes, Outlaw Family, right now, chat room, like, nope, Kamar is on point. Shit was on the news. Hey, lesson learned, money earned, right?
Hey, and it's funny because that's just something that I observed. I ain't even know it was on the news.
There's some validity to it, right? So your chakras was connected to Fox 6, apparently. I guess you getting straight streamlined to your brain and shit. Another reason for y'all to get some CMOS. Would you like to have your own personal mental Wi-Fi system in your head?
Come on in. I'm tapped in, y'all.
Get a smoothie, right? Vegan power. Mama Jenkins, shout out to Mama Jenkins, another one of our Outlaw family members. She says, good evening, my Outlaw family. Columbus has a history of and a high rate of killing blacks. From what I've heard, it was 8 cops that fired their Glocks. She said, once again, like I've said, little buddy is growing some hair, so ain't no telling what's going to be jumping off. She said, blacks are not going to benefit from the RNC. Those people like Gerard Randall and Orlando Owens are not telling people where to go in the black community because they don't go.
Right.
Listen, are we really?
Good point.
Are we really depending on Orlando Owens and Gerard Randall to be the ambassadors for the black community? Orlando is so far right. He can't even see home. He can't see Orlando is he's so far gone. He can't see the forest for the trees. Boy, that boy got a belly full of Kool-Aid. I mean, Orlando's my guy too, but he just wild crazy with the MAGA shit. Like the Republic. Anytime a brother got a big ass smile on his face with a cowboy hat standing at the Oconomowoc State Fair with a big ass cow, brother, man, what are you doing? Orlando put up.
There ain't gonna be too many brothers at the Oconomowoc Fair. Period.
He was it, right? Just him. Right? I mean, yeah, we and no, they're not because, like you said, Mama Jenkins. They don't mess around like that. White ice is colder to them brothers. And that's why people was like Tim Scott, he thought he was going to get a chance at the VP. And, maybe he did, but he got niggerized, right? We're going to show you what your worth is, right? To us, go get us some black votes, boy. That's pretty much their mentality. But if you can't see that, then what can I say? right? I can't.
Shame.
Right. That's why I call the show crazy. It's crazy. It's people are crazy when you ask them about political shit. Some people who really don't know just make up shit. Like, nah, man, you want to build a laser on North Avenue. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, that shit ain't real. Like, man, put the blunt down. Mama Jenkins says, he has done nothing. We definitely don't have any family supporting jobs here. Most people are working 2 part-time jobs to put food on the table and pay rent. There you go, Mama Jenkins. And when I say, what have you done for us? I understand there's no switch for you to pull, no button for you to push to say, okay, black people gonna be okay. But we knew before he came, and we know now, that one of the biggest problems in the black community is poverty. Plain and simple. If you work 2 jobs and you still broke, something in the water, literally, right? We know that. But no, he hasn't. Once again, I don't hear him talk to us. Any brother who, this is just a personal theory, and most brothers who will look at you and say, us as African Americans, he ain't talking to me. What are you talking about, us African Americans? I'm black. Some people might not identify with that. I do. Fuck them. I say, oh, look, buddy, talk to us. It's like somebody talking at you as opposed to you. That's what I'm saying. I'm eager to. I try my best anytime I'm reading the paper or the news is on and he's on. I'm tuning in. I'm locked in, as my son say, because I want to hear what he has to say. And I'm hoping that other black people in this city are paying attention as well. Like, you don't, as the mayor, for me, the statement should have been more along the lines of, this is ridiculous. I have to figure out why this is what it is. And they're saying now, okay, so now I guess the MPD's resolution is we're going to basically put replace some of the Ohio cops, I guess, and they're going to put police officers on bicycles or some shit like that in the area. But why wasn't this done first? You know, you have motorcycle cops, right? It's just like, do you even think before you do something? It's a mindless, this whole election is mindless. It's on both sides. And then I hear, so I'm doing my dirt. I'm doing my research. I'm digging through the crates, and I run across this article that talks about Brother Earl Ingram, who is on a progressive radio station out of Madison now. If y'all remember Earl Ingram, been a long time radio person here in Milwaukee, has done things. I've seen him come speak to kids. Can't take that away from him. I've always felt like he was just a little antiquated. I just feel like, when you start everything off like, I grew up on Hopkins in the 50s and it was love then. You can let that shit go. That's gone. Don't start your speech. Because kids who was born in 2016 don't give a fuck about the 1950s, right? So yeah, but shout out to him, because he did have programs. He's had programs to help young people. But he did an interview with Joe Biden, and I guess Biden was stumbling, bumbling, mumbling, whatever. He was saying some things, and they edited it. They edited it, the interview, and put it up, and they got caught, the station. So he was talking about, because they felt like the interview wasn't up to their integrity as a Democratic or outlet. And what it really was Biden was probably on there lunching. Just who knows, he was on there and shit, you want to see a nipple? Like, hold on, President. No, not mine. Look at my phone. Like, he probably was on some shit. Right? When they take a break, he said, I heard he got good weed here. Like, Mr. Biden, what you talking about? Kamala wants some too. But he did. He did. I'm fucking around.
They found crack in the White House.
Right, they found somebody. So he probably like, I can get any powder? Earl, he was like, hold on, I don't know nothing about that. What are you talking about?
Anybody cook it up for me?
I want some of that good hard. Like, he just senile, just telling all the secrets. He used to smoke with Barack. Yeah, you want me to call him? He wasn't that loose. I'm just saying. But so they edited it. They edited the interview, and they, and so they spoke out. And this is something you're not supposed to do. And crazy, right? That he's so inept that you got to edit interviews. Like, man, just take that last part out. Man. I don't know what the fuck dude was talking about. Like, it's like, sometimes I wish I could do that with our shows, right? I should want to take certain parts out. Like, Kevin, take out the part when you said the joke about Jewish people. Because if somebody ever discovered that shit, I'm losing whatever job I have at that point. So he said, what about gay people? He has to go. We're going to cancel him. But yeah, man. So, it's a crazy. And then he said, I don't know when he said this quote. He was mad about Trump. He said, you know what a black job is? He said, what? And he said, the vice president of the United States. Her name is Kamala Harris. People said, yay. I was like, huh? I thought she wasn't black. We know at least she's a tether Negro, as Tariq Nasheed would say. She's at least a tether. So you can go look up what the tether Negroes are if you just a kid. What is that? Let me see. Eagle Eye said, Dr. King said, I led my people into a burning house. That's a very famous quote by MLK. I want to read the whole quote because I want to understand the context in which he was speaking. Because context is everything. And so sometimes, our people, we get hold of some shit. He said, oh, that's what he said. You just forget all the other shit he said. Juice Lady, you late, but you're here. What's going on with you?
Some of us got jobs around here. I'm starting talking crazy when I hop on now. Some of us got to work.
You
some of us got to get somebody to pay the bills, Kev. Everybody don't get off the choir.
Everybody on here got a job except Kamar. Kamar's a business man.
But everybody still get off before 7, or Kamar might get off at 7.
When Kamar got to close that store, he gets here at 15 minutes to 8.
I really ain't supposed to be off till 9. I'm still in time on the clock right now. I'm still clocked in, but I'm here. I'm still in time right now for you.
I hope your boss ain't watching. I hope he's not watching. Oh yeah, Courtney.
You need to edit that part right there.
Oh, see, there we go. Earl Ingram, edit that part out, right? Like, take this shit out. I want to lose my GOB. Welcome to the show, Courtney. It's Outlaw Radio Crazy on a Wednesday night. And we're just talking about this whole RNC debacle. I'm gonna call it that already. Because I already know Trump speaking tomorrow night is gonna be some bullshit. Dion said the mayor is not the mayor for just one group of people. He's everyone's mayor, and he's going to cater to those that put him in a position. Damn, so being black don't matter at all.
I was just gonna say, so we ain't put him there. That ain't got nothing to do
right.
with it. So like, we ain't do that.
Wait a minute. Come on. Say that again. Like, Courtney, wait.
Thought we did that.
I'm not just your mayor, but vote for me. But I get that he's not just our mayor. I said, what if anything? There should be something. There should be something he's done for us. I don't give a damn if listen, he's from the hood too. He's a native North Sidian. Who know about this shithole better than us? So I understand what has he done for Latino people then? What has he done for anybody? Like,
he want to do stuff for the people that he want to be like. He want to do stuff for the white folks.
I don't want to call him that. This is why I keep trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to accuse him of being a Sambo or nothing, or
that it will.
We're gonna have to edit that out too, Kamar. You don't want to be down there looking for no permit and he'd be like, hey, sing you on Outlaw Radio with your buddy, Negro Whisperer.
Hey, luckily he'll make that decision for me. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Right, Kamar be done drop me quick, man. That's why I don't be on that shit no more, to tell you the truth, blood. Fuck him.
I don't even fuck them outlaws like that.
Right. I just be on there trying to hear what's going on, man. I
like that.
I've already said I like you. Mama Jenkins said, I just came back from Mississippi and there's brand new plants being built up and down the highways. I don't know if y'all been on Green Bay Avenue from Port Washington and Brown Street and saw all the new buildings going up and no black folks working. She said, I stopped and asked the workers what company they work for. And most of them were contracted from out of town. That's always been a thing.
Yeah.
So see, once again, okay. So in a city where minorities ain't really getting a piece of the pie, he says he's everybody's mayor. He shouldn't say, hold on, y'all. Let's make sure black people are getting a piece of this, man. That's why I said when all the receipts is counted from this RNC bullshit, I want to know. Okay, you got that. What y'all? Because you fixed the the cliff with the tax increase, right? So we shouldn't be hurting. They said that's what they gave him credit for nationally. They say when he came into office, Milwaukee was in dire straits financially, and he saved the city's economy without cutting services. They created a budget. He instituted a tax hike in which Milwaukee's going to receive more money from the state. And ain't nobody saying that money that you got from the state is taxpayer money as well. That's our fucking money. He's not a genius. What was the mayor of Detroit? He's the new Coleman Young. No, he's not. Like, they didn't say that, but I'm just saying. If y'all know who Coleman Young was, he's a straight fool.
Coleman Young,
The mayor of Detroit for about 25 years was a black man named Coleman Young, and you only got to watch one press conference of Coleman Young, and you know why Detroit was the way it was. Coleman Young cussed everybody in the. What the fuck you talking about? You asked me that shit. Get his ass up out of it. Coleman Young was a beast, man. Go check it out, man. I think they got an airport or something named after him now. He was like mayor for black man for like. He was when he became mayor. White flight in Detroit started. White people's like, we out of here. That's when Detroit went from like 1 million to like 200,000 people. White people like, we out of here. We're moving up north. You said you like him already.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. I like him.
Yeah, Coleman Young. I mean, you know, he's kind of controversial for a lot of things. Do the entire reading, and you'll be like, that's very particular.
But you know, them contracting jobs, they do contract a lot of black folks. Like I done ran into a lot of men that don't live here, a lot of black men, and they're contracted from out. Oh yeah, I'm just working at the factory, woo woo, and then they paying them more than niggas that's already here in the city. But I mean, it's black folks, but just not black folks from here.
What industry? Because she's talking about the construction companies. Because there is a lot of things being built. But this is why I say, why isn't MPS right now trying to hold hands? MPS and MATC saying, hey, the money's in infrastructure. Let's start steering more of these kids. I'm not saying they're not trying, but it should be an emphasis on an emphasis on an emphasis to say, yo, learn just how to drive a dump truck. Learn how to drive a cement mixer. Like, you know, well, you know,
I was just out at my event where I was working, and there was another dude with a petition for MPS talking about how the funds ain't there and they recalling this and that. Can you sign a petition? So no, we ain't getting none of that no time soon. Niggas out here getting petitions signed. We're not. It's not happening.
So Dion says we have to vote with a policy that is beneficial to us. What policy?
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if he just
come up for Dion.
What you say?
I was asking Dion who he voting for.
You know, that's an interpersonal question, right? That's a real
one. But you know what I mean? You got to ask that. I asked that when it's somebody who okay, first of all, I feel like he's somewhat knowledgeable, right? But then he's always talking about what's wrong and what's going on, you know what I mean, with this country and these white folks in the country. So I'd like to know who is he voting for?
Yeah.
He said Biden.
Okay.
Right here. He said Biden.
Okay.
There you go. I mean, I'm voting for Prince or Morris Day. I've voted for Morris Day in more elections than anybody. Like I've tried to get him on the Common Council. I try to get him in the state Supreme Court. I will write Morris Day in for anything. If you don't know who Morris Day is, go watch Purple Rain.
Right, Kanye.
No, never. That fucking
all right, Kanye. All right, Kanye.
That motherfucker is a
one day he might get in there.
Yikes.
Kanye just made three $1.2 billion cars. He made a car, but there's only 3 of them in the world. They cost $1.2 million.
Yeah.
You know, just like you're rooting for Kanye. Never mind.
I believe.
That motherfucker look like a spaceship.
It probably is, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to hop in.
Time traveling machine. If it's
I mean, we don't know what the fuck it's going to do once we hop in. It might be like that Willy Wonka machine.
In 1982. You can be stuck.
Yeah.
Every time you get to New Year's, you're gonna start all over. God damn, how many times I gotta hear celebration about Kool in the game? What the fuck is going on? Dion said they got minority contracts, but white women and Latinos are getting those.
Oh,
if you Latino, okay, see, my questions ain't never. I'm for black people, but I be looking for the truth. So if you know of something that he did for Latinos or women so far since he's on his second term, just tell me what it is. I just want to know. I'm not even going so far as to say there's absolutely nothing. Tell me, Kev, he whatevered right? I just don't see it. All I see is him being really pro-business. And when I hear you say I want 1 million people in Milwaukee, I know you ain't talking about us, because you're doing nothing to attract black people to the city. Because if you look at our black community, you're going to say, why the fuck would I move there? Don't get me wrong. There's some good places to eat on the north side. Some real good ethnic food, right? Like I take you, get you Italian beef, Chicago hot dog. You know what I mean? They done closed Burrito Bueno. So they just took that away from me. I was like, yeah, I was pissed about that too. Like I've been eating that shit for like 20 years. Like, how you gonna close Burrito Bueno?
Maybe because they wasn't right.
Some new restaurant is
they've been on the news a lot.
Exactly, maybe because they wasn't right, Kev.
What was wrong with Burrito Bueno?
It's dirty dining.
Exactly. It's another Mexican restaurant there, so it might be the same. It might be the kids or something.
You know, they just changed the name, real. That's all they did. Just like the Arabs.
I saw him on the news a couple times for dirty dining.
I seen him on the news for dirty dining one time, but it was like 8 years ago, and it was for that pudding like stuff that they make. It's like a dessert. I can't remember the name of it, but they have it in the freezer, and I guess they had some old shit in there. I haven't seen them when you go in there. The signs up and say, "Hey, did they make them themselves?" Yep. A lot of people on the north side have enjoyed Burrito Bueno for a very long time. I don't know what El Zazos is gonna be.
You gotta go in there, check them out. Don't be like that, Kev. Go in there.
I'm gonna be hesitant because they ain't gonna have.
It's the same people. It's the same folks. You're gonna see them when you walk. Hey,
the same people behind the bar.
Right. Welcome back, my friend. Like the Arabs do me in the liquor store. Hello, my friend. Yeah. We buddies now, right? You want black mild? 2, right? 2. I'd be like, no, I don't want them today. Huh? What? What's wrong? Like, it'd be funny. No old English today. What's going on? Sunday, man. I'm drinking Mickey's. But she said they got affordable housing going up. She said they torn down the OIC Raggedy building and the whole thing. It's a whole new community going up by Garfield Park. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Gentrification.
When we say Garfield Park, we talking about Walnut, Lisbon?
In that what's supposed to be Bronzeville.
Okay.
There's
so gonna that's MLK then. Area.
That whole general area. That I call that one zone. People can break it down. Like all the way from the Holocaust Museum back to East North Avenue, if you will. Like that whole and north and south of that.
Okay, see, I'm thinking of like 17th and Fond du Lac. That's not.
No, OIC was on MLK. The old, I don't know. Courtney, I don't know if you old enough to remember OIC.
I'm not.
Okay. And I don't even know because you're not, you might not even have moved here yet. It was for all intents and purposes a sham. Black dudes, some old black dudes got hold to some money. Supposed to go for a community. And we found out they was buying Lincoln Town cars and shit.
Hey, that's right. Niggas need a car now.
Brand new church shoes.
You have to have a vehicle.
Church socks for life and shit.
Gotta pick the youngins up, don't I?
I've heard a lot of people who got in trouble with the law say, man, don't trip on OIC. I went through there. I participated in their program. That's how I got, I became a mechanic or whatever. But I just know in the end, the money was misappropriated. So it went the way of SDC.
Whoa.
And I think one brother went to jail. Somebody did some time behind him.
It was just missing a little bit. It hadn't been found yet.
They were stealing. This wasn't like the money Sister Aisha Carr was talking about.
It just hadn't been found yet.
It was found in his bank account. And in the receipts he had. Like, motherfucker, you got all leather furniture in your house? And plastic. I don't know why old black people used to put plastic on their furniture. That's a different show.
Kids be wiping boogers and stuff on them. That's why. Don't be fucking my shit up.
You didn't get to sit on my mama's living room couch even after she got the plastic on it.
Oh, she didn't need the plastic. You couldn't even go in there.
Couldn't go in there, but she still put plastic on it. When guests
right off that shit.
All the way to the floor, Kamar. Get to go in there for Christmas and she'd be like, "Yay! Oh, boom!" He done fell off the couch and shit.
Hey, we used to make a game out of it. It's a slide, y'all. Look.
You step foot towards that living room. My mother had GPS. I know you ain't.
On the holidays.
You better get your ass back in the back of the house.
I be trying to be like that.
In the backyard. That's the only place we could go.
I try to be like that, and they still just do it. Hey, man, get in my living room, man. What y'all doing? I try to make it special, but
I need to start swinging that stanchion cord like my mom used to do. I bet you nobody won't go in that motherfucker then.
These kids nowadays, they be telling too much. I know I was
tattoo.
I was a tattler. I went to school with a little shirt on with the bruises showing. Hey, what's that? Your mother hit you?
All your shit would have been packed up when you got out of school. My mother would have been like, "Go on with him." Yeah, I beat her ass. Go on with him. Just you can go. Oh, you want to live in the orphanage? Go ahead. Like, ain't no fried chicken and hog.
I hadn't watched none of them type of Lifetime movies yet. I didn't know how bad it was. I was ready to go. So let me out.
You'd have been instantly sorry. Like,
get me out.
My mother wouldn't even answer your call. That was before voicemail and caller ID. She'd be like, don't answer that goddamn phone. There ain't nobody but Kevin. Let him stay his ass down there. He wanted to be with them white folks. I'd been that motherfucker crying. Mama Jenkins said genocide at its best on 3rd Street. Downtown period. It's headed north. Look, when I keep saying the north side was prime real estate, especially our area where the Rufus King area neighborhood was, and they ran off and left that shit when open housing was passed. Right by the expressway, 10 minutes from the lake, 10 minutes from the museum, 10 minutes from the theater, 10 minutes from the Buck Stadium, 15 minutes to the zoo. You centrally located. And the lake, with the good in the summer over there, the lake breeze is phenomenal. Catfish are delicious, in the words of Vernell Hill. I'm trying to tell you, it's a beautiful neighborhood. They realize, like, why we leave this shit? So they gonna come back and get it. And we playing into their hands because we won't stop bullshitting. We won't stop bullshitting. We keep, let's play hopscotch. That's us. Dion said he allowed Milwaukee to be a sanctuary city. Okay. Yeah. We were talking, I said asylum. I meant sanctuary, Dion. I was trying to pull up your observation the other night. And I couldn't remember. Mama Jenkins, once again, what I tell you about my Outlaw family? Where I miss it, they got my back. Carl G and Gary George. Yes, Gary George's show went to prison. Did Carl G go too? But it was a big scandal back in the days. Like, them brothers hit for some millions.
Hey.
Like, damn, man. Y'all, it's a bunch of other places that I'm not gonna name that have been dedicated. They were supposed to be allocated, I should say, for the community. And you find out that Black people who was in charge was fucking up the money.
Yeah, man.
And
niggas be wanting a little bit of cash.
Hey, man.
A little bit of money.
Church shoes and church socks. Man.
We want to help y'all, but we want some funds also.
Yeah, come on, man. What do you say? Sock it to my pocket.
Give me a raise, like the mayor now. Let me get some extra dollars.
Mama Jenkins said all Black folks had plastic and white Jesus pictures and colored dollies on the table.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought we all had a picture of Martin Luther King. My mother didn't have a white Jesus in the house, but it was Martin Luther King. Every Black family had a picture. My grandmother
not every Black family didn't. What?
Really? Okay. I thought everybody, because every Black person I knew had a picture. If you had old Southern parents, it was a bust, a picture of something. That's Dr. Martin Luther King. We was taught that's Martin Luther King, right? Black people stop even saying his name right. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King.
I wish I could remember my great granny house. I wonder.
I bet you she got one. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
And the white Jesus.
Martin Luther the King.
Right. The King, come on.
Martin Luther King.
The king of Black people. Yeah, you down at the DNC. What you doing? What's popping?
Shit, boy. Just getting back in this truck. I was trying to give me a little shed eye. You know, I'm like a Jamaican or one of them motherfuckers. I work all these jobs and shit. So I had to give me a little rest. But yeah, though, so is Courtney still on here?
You work on what jobs besides truck driving? What are you doing?
Hold on, Courtney, calm down. I want to ask you a question. Do you listen to the show after Sherwin? Come on. Do you listen to what's the name of the show?
No. That's the young people, ain't it?
Okay, you ain't wrong there, no, not them. The Advocate, the Advocate. Do you listen to his show?
No.
Well, okay, all right, you ain't wrong.
Okay, what was the purpose behind that question?
Wait, hold on. I'm about to break it down.
Oh, you went out.
I hear people.
You went out. Okay.
Can you hear me? No, I'm quiet.
Yeah, you going in and out.
I hear people Hello?
You going in and out. You got to get that Walmart headset off.
Shit. My Bluetooth. Y'all hear me better now?
We'll see. Let's see, because y'all can't be getting these Bluetooths from the gas station.
This a Blue Parrot. This a Blue Parrot. This a $300 headset. So it's probably the area I'm in. But what I was about to say, so I hear a lot of people, they want to pander. I don't think it's wise for us to try to pander our vote. You know, a person, they'd be like, well, we're being invited into rooms we never been invited in before, you know, and putting this false information out here to the community. I just don't really think, but I feel like, though, you know, people minds are made up who they gonna go with, but you can't, I don't think it's wise. This is like us at my job. Saying, well, we not gonna do something until we get this and we get that. We ain't got no union, so you know what? All right, so y'all not gonna do something until y'all get. Well, we don't need y'all services no more, and it was nice doing it for y'all. So you know, I hear it, you know, over the internet. You know, certain people on certain, you know, the radio station also hear it over the, you know, the airwaves with YouTube. You know, where we're not getting nothing for our black vote. You know, we've been voting Democrat for all these years and this, that, and the other. But I don't think it's wise for us to try to use our vote as a bargaining tool, because I don't think it's going to come out. It's not going to come out good for us. You know, it's not going to come out good for us, especially now. You know, maybe later on down the road, if we get somebody in there that's willing, you know, like I don't even know what Ice Cube had. I wouldn't even take him seriously. But maybe if we get somebody that's willing to sit down and they've been doing, you know, because with us, they got to be research and study and this, that, and the other. And maybe they see, well, you know, you black people, y'all ain't been flourishing. You know, like Joe Biden to come with the little money for the community, try to start, you know, black-owned small business. Everybody's got a business owner. Everybody don't have a business owner mentality. You see what happened with the PPP loans, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't think it's a wise thing for us to try to play that bargaining chip with our vote. You know, if you're going to vote, because I ain't going to lie, this is going to be probably my first and only time voting, because I just don't have too much faith in the political system, because I feel like regardless, like when Barack Obama was elected, I was still on parole. But I could have voted when I got on paper, 2010. But when I looked at Barack Obama, see, just because a person don't have all these degrees and stuff behind their name, that don't mean that they don't know nothing. So when I looked at Barack Obama, I said, this guy been selected, not elected, because he was an obscure senator from the state of Illinois who went against a maverick. You know, John McCain is a maverick. He's a known politician. I say, you know, and I don't care how much somebody put that, well, we hope, we believe, whatever, this, that, and the other. Deep down the side, America know who they truly is. You know, that's why they got this cocksucker running for office, because he speaks, oh, my God. He makes them come in their draws. Do you hear me? Trump, oh, God, I feel it, you know. And then now he elected this other SOB, you know what I'm saying, J.D. Vance. And, you know, you hear all this stuff. That's just like, Kev, keep it real now. If I've been always saying, man, fuck that nigga Kev and fuck Kev and I fuck nigga Kev and fuck Kev, and you running for a political office, you ain't gonna come pick me. Cause nigga, I've been saying fuck you forever in front of a lot of people. So J.D. Vance was one of those people that was a never Trumper. Now all of a sudden he goo-gobbing his cock in his mouth. You know, he's a gag reflexes, you know. So I'm looking at all this. Man. And I just can't take it seriously, man.
I can't take the sound effect you just made.
And then the more you don't do that, Ken.
That was disgusting.
Hey, and then the more you read in the Project 2025, they talking about they want to end Social Security, take away Medicare, raise the retirement age. I wonder what white folks think they coming in at this shit at. Like, white people, please speak out. Like, what? Every white motherfucker it's only a top elite of 1% that are rich. You got white people every day to go get them a 6-pack after work, and they like, I don't work fucking 24 hours of the day, and I got to get up and go home and kick the dog in the ass and beat his wife and probably fill on his daughter and go back to work. Where are you going to fit in at this? Because you're working poor like defunding Medicare, raising the age of retirement, taking Social Security away from you. And I hear a lot of people talk about, they feel like, I don't know where that's Social Security, but they feel like Social Security shouldn't be a right. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get old, what's gonna be there? You know. And then they had these old weird ass people where you can save and you can invest, you can do this. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with it. It was a trucking company called YRC. They went up under. People that have been working there 35, 40 years, they had money invested in their pension since day one. Guess what they got? Zero. They got to go through the federal court and sue these people for them to get their money. Nigga, they might be dead by the time they get their money. So you telling me investing in 401ks is supposed to protect my future, this, that, and the other, like... You know, but then you hear niggas talking about, well, we're in the room with them, and, you know, we want to see what they got to offer. They ain't got shit to offer. They have nothing to offer you because, and then that's just like earlier, now I'm about to move on, but it's still going to correlate with what we're talking about. Like earlier when you was talking about the police. Well, the reason police don't use too much lethal force on someone that looks like them, because that could be their neighbor. That could be Jim, who I have a beer with every night. You know, I come over there, I sit, we talk about our wives, we talk about the job, we talk about how the fucking scum in Milwaukee is, and this, that, and other, and how many people I kicked in the ass and arrested today, and I wanted to shoot this fucking young boy and had a fucking Glock switch on him. You know, so when they see their own kind, they feel they sympathetic. But when they see us, like the Mike Browns and the Tamir Rices and the, you know, all of us, they see us as these big monsters, like, oh, that nigger, I gotta euthanize his ass, you know. And then they look at it like, oh, we are rid of the street of some fucking scum, you know. That's how they basically look at us, though. You know, they dehumanize us, man, you know. And then not only do they dehumanize us, but the media does a good job of it too, because every night they show on 35th and Center or somewhere in Milwaukee where a teen is shot and then carjacked somebody and then caught the little Asian lady by Washington Park and raped her and murdered her and all that shit. So then when you got the white people, they look at it like, fucking Milwaukee. Like, I really hate when I come to work and they talk so bad about Milwaukee. It hurt my feelings because I'll be like, they'll fuck with me before they fuck with you. You could come walk through Milwaukee butt naked, drunk, have $1,000. Me, I could just walk through there and not bother nobody, walking my dog, and they be like, nigger, we gonna kick you in the ass. But you could come down there and they not gonna fuck with you because it's Stockholm syndrome that we all suffer from, and we gonna look at the white person as we fear them. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it just is what it is, though. But Kev, don't let me talk all this time. Let me hear you say something, man.
I was about to cut you off because
I think a lot of the time you should say, "I
to speak," but I got to cut him off.
Go ahead.
Well, we let Kamar get his off. Let Kamar get his off.
Dion, I think a lot of the time you should say "I" instead of "we." Because that's just your perspective. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why you feel like we shouldn't use our collective vote as a bargaining tool. How else we going to get what we want or get what we need or get in office who we need?
Start a rebellion in this motherfucker.
No, that's Kamar.
It's too late for that.
No, I was going to say that to him though. Like,
that's I'm like at this point, no, too much technology.
What's wrong with that? Like, I don't feel like we should allow them to pander to us. Like, say I got hot sauce in my purse.
Right.
But I definitely think we should be saying, if you want our vote, you got to get your shit right. This is what we need to be saying to this mayor: is that, bruh, the very people that you and your Democratic friends are confident that you have in your pocket can turn against you if you don't do things or bring things to the light for us. I feel like that's what we should be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. Kamar. Now, John, Rail, you good? You want to take some time off? If Rail is
No, I'm listening.
You looking mighty narcoleptic around this motherfucker. I'm like,
I'm sitting with my eyes closed because there's light right here.
You better turn that motherfucker off. I mean, black people is that boy on that shit. Heroin,
if you see my head going or something like that,
man, that's what I'm waiting on. Like, pretty soon he gonna bump his head on the mic.
With my eyes closed and laughing and shit.
Don't fall out that chair. You see your feet go up in the air. I'm like, oh shit, get down. This is John Fletcher. He says Dion was talking about the Tory Lowe show today. I don't know. He said the young people that come after Sherwin. I don't know the order. Does Tory Lowe show come after Sherwin? You muted, Courtney.
No, his come at 1:00.
Okay.
Yeah, his 1 to 4. Yeah,
Okay.
Tory Love from 1 to 4.
Okay. So I don't. That's what you was talking about, Dion. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't try to say names on your.
Oh, so that is who you was talking about.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to say you if you.
Yeah, say them niggas' names. Tory now.
They had the show. They talked about it. Shit.
He gonna
I
show up
saw a
in
little
Wellness
bit of
Highway with the
them
rest of them
live
niggas, like,
today. They was talking to some lady. I think they was at the RNC, but no, I ain't been listening to them. I really ain't been listening to Sherman like that, really.
Okay.
So
Unfortunately, I'm
banter back and forth between radio stations over these elections, and Lakeisha Meyer seemed like they've been kind of feeling the way about that, kind of going back and forth with each other. So
yeah, there was some beef there. I don't know. You know what?
Damn music. I ain't gonna listen to that shit. I'll turn my music on.
I'm on the plantation, so I don't be having my I be working. Like Courtney said, some of us gotta work. I be at work. I don't.
You don't be having a little headphone in like people do, a little
Absolutely
boot?
not. Absolutely. No? I work with people, so I don't have time to be. Hold on. No, I'm locked in. Like people coming in and out of my office, sending me emails, calling me. I'm really working. Like, so I ain't got time to be sitting around saying, I wonder what they're saying on the truth right now. I just don't. And there's no knock against them. That's why I said there's nothing wrong with you saying that you was, you know what I mean? If you said something that you disagree with, shit, why spare him? Anybody can get it. I ain't, the disclaimer, the opinions expressed on Outlaw Radio are solely those of the motherfucker that said it. Know who to be mad at. So just like, if you run into somebody and say, yeah, I heard your guy on your show talking shit about me, you got to call him. Because unless you agree, then you got to stand with me. Like, yeah, we said that shit. And don't be with me when I'm here and then be against me when it's just you. Like, that was Kev. Hold on, that was Kev. Like, motherfucker, we on this shit is recorded. We can show you saying your part. So, Mama Jenkins said, I got a question for y'all. Biden should drop out of the race. She said, I got a question. Do y'all think Biden should drop out of the race? I think people listen to the show to hear y'all views and opinions. This shit is getting real as hell. She said he has COVID and he looks sick today. If any of you had COVID, when you know that shit is no joke when it comes to breathing. What does he have, Mama Jenkins? I don't know.
I just saw he got COVID too. He was supposed to do a speech somewhere. He was supposed to speak somewhere.
Okay.
And he canceled it because of COVID.
He got COVID and shit. I ain't heard that in a minute. Like, I thought that shit was over.
Did he get the jab?
Yep, he did.
Like a damn lie.
A whole bunch of times. He probably got it every 6 months.
That was a rhetorical question, right?
Down. So it's like, oh shit, he got COVID. Like, come on, man. Some niggas getting shot, niggas catching COVID, just all types of shit going on right now. Okay.
I think, Mama Jenkins, to answer your question, first of all, thank you, because you said you think people listen to us to hear our opinions. And if you are tuning in to hear I'm humbled by it, because why would anybody give a fuck what I think? Hell, I'm not on the Truth Radio, right? I'm just a lowly podcaster. Shit, I'm not even on WNOV. Tavis Smiley and Al Sharpton over there. So y'all tune into that shit. I'm sure Al Sharpton is coming really deep about, well, know what we need to do is let's pray. But that was my Al Sharpton impression. My fault, y'all. No, I think he should stay in election in namesake only, because I think what needs to happen is if he's transparent and he lays out a succession plan to say, I want the Democrats to still be in control as for the presidency, and I'm going to pass this baton to Kamala, whatever her name, whatever she go by. I'm pretty sure she Kamala in the hood and she Kamala at work, but give it to her, because I ain't gonna lie.
She should just run.
She's not my favorite person, but I think I would rather have her as president than Trump. That's just my personal opinion. Go ahead, Kamar.
I feel like maybe she should just run.
Well, she can't just jump in the race now.
She can't?
Well, especially if he gets their nomination. Now, if they flop it, and say, okay, we're going to nominate Kamala, I'm sorry, she at work, Kamala, then maybe she could. I don't know the rules on that.
Hold on. Now, check this out, right? She's the vice president. If anything happened to Biden, who's the next president?
It's supposed to be her.
Exactly, man. Get him in there so he can just go ahead and croak.
It seems like she would be able to run. If he stepped down, she would be the next in line to keep that torch going.
There's no guarantee that they will give her the nomination, though.
Yeah, you
I
know,
don't know
If
if they'll
nobody
vote for her
ran, then
like
what?
they'll
'Cause,
vote
I mean,
for
if
Biden.
Say that again. I can't hear everybody talk. What you say, Real?
No, I was saying I don't know if they would vote for her like they would vote for Biden. I mean, some people may be okay voting in an old ass white man more so than a woman of color.
a lot of white folks, yeah. But I mean, it may bring out a lot of the black vote.
oh man, my boss at her house right now.
She
It
said,
could bring out
"Get
more
her
Pearls
black
and
out."
vote.
Chucks. Ain't that what they
Yeah.
were? Pearls and Chucks coming out again.
I was like, you know what if you be over there and they drop a whole bus of them immigrants off again? He was like, you know, and we was at a team meeting. He was like, he was like, I don't know if I can say that. I'm like, what, you gonna bring some back? I'm like, I know you would. You know, niggas always want to bring some immigrants back, get them working.
Is that what we do? I'm not familiar with that. I didn't know that that's what we were doing now. Somebody got to talk to me. I didn't know that's what we get you a Mexican, right? Like,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, if a boatload just get dropped off somewhere, like, hey, you need a job? You need somewhere to stay?
hey,
Come with me. Come
They
on, I
got
got
it.
you. Come on.
They got it covered. I talk to them every day. Real shit. I talk to them every day. They got it covered.
okay.
There's so many undocumented people here, and they as long as they make it here while they pregnant and give birth here, they got access to benefits because they'll just get food stamps and shit through their child.
Like every other baby mama. I mean, they call you real like, hello, is the food stamp? That's
Man,
like
shit,
a
I'm
racist
in the
joke.
office
It
all
was.
week.
It was.
It's been
Don't be
face to
acting like
face
that,
this week.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the office all week. So
So they've been calling you like, hello, is he red?
no, they've been face to face to me.
Oh, they there.
Matter of fact,
Are
that's
you
why Rail look like
undocumented?
that.
Yes.
That's why he was nodding.
Yeah, dealing with the people all week. That's why. Yeah, we forgot.
I told
Damn
you
people.
they got me in the office all week. Monday I had to run errands when I got off work. This week, today I was able to come straight home, but yeah, man, that shit really puts a wedge in my daily schedule.
Oh Lord, craziness. Crazy is the name of the show tonight.
I don't think Joe Biden should step down because Kamala Harris is not a strong enough candidate to beat Donald Trump. And see, when I said earlier about us trying to play that bargaining tool chip, you got to understand we're not a big majority in the United States. I know a lot of people think it's a lot of blacks. What is it, like 33 million of us? We 13% of the population. So white people, Democrats still depend on the white vote. Believe that. Every black motherfucker ain't vote.
Every white person ain't voting either, Dion.
That's true. Wait, hold on. That's true. But every single black person ain't. But like me, I'm 46 years old, never voted a day in my motherfucking life. And and it's more people than me. It's people that's 60, 70 years old. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So the Democratic Party still depends on the white vote. So that's why I said us trying to play that bargaining tool is not going to be in our favor.
Hold on. Now you cannot argue that the minority vote, in case in point, look at the gubernatorial election of a few years ago when Skippy Walker was on the heels of another victory, and they counted the absentee votes from good old southeastern Wisconsin where all the minorities live. Minority votes turn the tide. This is why you have swing states. That's why you have states that are hotly contested, because if you can get minorities to vote, you're going to be able to, it puts you over. Ask Barack, ask Chevrolet. I mean, what's his name?
Wait, hold on. Say that word again.
Ask Caprice Classic, whatever his name is.
I ain't talking about the mayor. Say that word you said, though.
Which one?
The M word.
The M word. You said
minority. I'll say it. Minority.
We lost.
Minority is a conglomerate of people. We ain't saying the African American, the black vote. We're saying the minority vote.
So hold on. So your argument is the black vote. Ultimately, what you're saying is the black vote don't matter. That's what you're saying, because we don't need to like turn it into a dissertation. You're saying the black vote don't matter, and basically you're saying black people, y'all feeling yourself a little bit too much. Y'all votership is overrated. The shit don't really matter. That's what you're saying.
Basically, to try to play a bargaining chip.
But that's inaccurate.
Yeah.
Why do they have a black?
Then why even vote the way you would want to individually then?
Well, why do they have a black congressional caucus? If that's the case, why is Trump selling sneakers and T-shirts with mugshots on them? Republicans want black voters. Why the hell you think they brought Amber Rose's racially ambiguous ass? What is Amber Rose? Right? I mean, I know she identifies herself as a slut, right? She's a slut walking on.
I thought she was Sweden or something.
Right? She came up this. I'm Caprician. That's what I'm saying. Like she just, and technically they're African, but they come out like, what are you, Valerian? Do you watch Game of Thrones? Like, what y'all born with white hair? I don't. The Targaryens, whatever. Y'all, I'm a black nerd. I'll be on that shit.
I love Game of Thrones too. On my
why did they bring this? They are always looking for the black vote, Dion. When you say to black people, our vote don't matter anyways, we shouldn't be. I'm going with Kamar, like in my Kamar voice. Like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't we use? That's all we have is our votership. That's all we have to bargain with is to go to Mayor Johnson and say, bruh, you ain't getting our vote unless you straighten up. Then and say, you think enough white people is voting for him if we vote against him to win election? They're not gonna do it.
Hey, you know, I feel like, you know what I mean, if we together or we ain't. You know what I mean? What side is you on? They asked me today, like that interview, that reporter asked me today the same thing about, you know what I mean, how would I vote? And I told her, I said, well, you know, I love my people. And the people who I love is voting this way. So this is the way I'm going to vote. You know what I mean? I'm in this thing with them. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm going to vote. Like, I'm with the cause.
Right. You're on code.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and then like, if that don't matter, it don't matter for me to vote individually either, because that don't matter then.
Right. I mean, you got something has to matter. Some gotta matter.
Right. So I'm gonna ride with the people. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I'm riding with my people.
Hey, so if we collectively wrote down Larry Hoover, who is what, a felon? But we see felonies don't matter no motherfucking more.
I'm not voting for Larry Hoover.
Just listen, Kev. If we all did now,
you already lost me when you said like, I'm not allowed to vote for Larry Hoover for president.
How you not allowed?
I would have to explain it to you.
Okay, we all wrote down Morris Day.
Okay, I'm with Morris.
God damn it.
Yes, as he would say.
So we all write down Morris Day, then what?
And Morris got a shot. It ain't enough for us to go write down Morris Day that he'd be elected. Everybody don't like to walk in 777-9311. My motherfucking jam. So I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, man, Morris, get that shit. You want to see him chili sauce on the inaugural day, like chili sauce. Watch Purple Rain, y'all get that joke. Go ahead, Dion.
And also, you just said it though. You know what I'm saying? Enough people ain't gonna stay on code. Like right now, we arguing amongst each other. Well, you gonna vote? You know,
I said for Morris Day. I said for Morris Day.
No. I'm not literally talking about us on the Outlaw. No, I'm not literally talking about us. But we're talking about amongst the black community, where we're mad at the black Republicans. Like, goddamn, like. I'm not mad at you for being a Republican, but don't vote for this motherfucker right here. Vote for somebody else. Oh, well, Trump shit when I was living. You know what I'm saying? So it's not enough of us to stay on code in order for us to use that black vote as a collective.
I disagree. Because once again, Dion, if we hadn't turned tides of elections so many times historically, that what you're saying is hollow, because the black vote has turned plenty elections for plenty candidates. Once again, we got a mayor sitting here. We have this black six, one of which the chief of police is like, fuck y'all, Milwaukee. I'm out of here. I'm finna be in Texas. He like, y'all can keep this bullshit. So how do we get all these black people? Well, black county executive. You think black people didn't have anything to do with their election? You saying the black vote didn't help carry them over?
I think it's probably majority white votes. They had a lot of white sponsorship, a lot of white funding. I mean, I'm sure we helped a little bit, but a lot of it was white and other folks.
I'm not denying the fact that there's more white folks in this country that vote probably, and our voter turnout is low. What I'm saying is every politician values the black vote. Everyone.
Definitely. That's why you hear Trump and Biden saying all kind of dumbass black shit.
Right. The black jobs. You get them black people.
That's why you hear that.
The black job is vice. Right. You see them come back with that.
Rollers. You need blunt rollers, and you need backwoods and the black job.
But you know what? I always said if I was rich, I would have a blunt roller like once a week. Come roll.
Like 2 Chainz.
I always said that.
Oh, he black. I mean, Bentley Farnsworth, right? Like carrying his umbrella and shit.
Once a week, man.
He was investing in the people.
I think
Real, you was
Waka
the only one
Flocka
who got
hired
that. No,
for.
anyways, Real, you was the only one who picked up on my Donald Trump impression.
No, I
Shout out to
heard
you.
it, but it just.
Just like
show.
fuck, it sucked. Okay. You wouldn't understand, Courtney. You wouldn't
Real,
understand.
you said that Waka Flocka got him a blunt roller?
And 2 Chainz, yep.
And he's also a MAGA Negro. Ain't nobody still explaining to me why the hell Amber Rose. And then they covered up the tattoo that she put on her forehead.
I saw the tattoo. They didn't cover that. That shit was showing.
No, they in the picture they had up when they said she was a rapper and an influencer. I never heard her album. I didn't know she was a rapper. I thought she screwed a lot of rappers and athletes. I mean, she done ran out of rappers to fuck. So I'm sorry, excuse me. I mean, I don't like to talk like that towards women, but she's ran out of rappers to screw and athletes. So now she's gonna start screwing old white politicians.
Wait a minute, where do you get this idea of her from that she done fucked all these people?
Have you looked at the list of men she's dated?
I mean, I know
Kanye up in there.
Wiz Khalifa.
Okay, so maybe that
about 5-6 actors. I'm not gonna name them all. About 6-7 athletes, and then you got some dudes who ain't nobody who she just been on.
I mean, but why we gotta assume that everybody
going to turn slut
dating?
They're in a relationship.
Turn slut walk and said, "I'm using it because I'm owning it." Nobody will shame me with the term slut.
But she did the slut walk. That is true, Kumar.
How you know she was
I'm saying, and that was a reason for doing it.
Okay, so here's the deal, Courtney.
I don't went on dates with lots of niggas. Don't mean I'm fucking these niggas.
She's an influencer. She has what they said was 25 million followers on Instagram. There's cases where she has a man that she is now dating. They are a couple. Like Hollywood actresses and actors we the new couple, Bennifer and all this shit. She ain't just saying, oh, I was just out. The only person she was out on a date with, she said didn't get none was Chris Rock. And I don't know if it's just because he old or what. But she has boyfriends. So like she got babies by different dudes. Like you talking about how you know she's fucking them.
She's married and has kids with her husband.
No, she's not married. She's not. She was married. She was married to Wiz Khalifa, and she had a kid by him.
So another guy.
And that's at least her third husband.
I feel like we just making shit up.
No, ain't nobody looking shit up.
I'm gonna look this shit up.
The woman herself said she was a slut. She invented something called the slut walk. What are you talking? How are you arguing?
She was trying to empower the term. You know how niggas be like, when I say bitch, it's just a
calling her
term of
slut.
endearment. I think
have you ever listened to her talk about it?
I'm gonna own this.
I have no shame in that.
I think she just was trying to make it a term of endearment the same way y'all try to make bitch a term of endearment.
She's a slut.
I'm finna go do some research now. Let me look.
She's a slut by her own terminology. I'm not calling her out her name. She defines her. It's like sexy red ain't trifling. What the fuck? She says herself, my coochie stink. Like what we said, she just be saying that. Well, if you playing the role, you pretty much are in it. You dress for.
Did she really say her coochie stink?
She said that.
She better gonorrhea. I mean, her OBGYN, like, yeah, I'm trying to find out why my coochie stink.
Hold on,
I don't know if it stinks or not. That's not the point. Because she told Lord Jamar, ask Chief Keef.
Is this your queen?
Is this your queen? Much shit right now. Got me googling this. She say her coochie stink. Got me googling Amber Rose.
Amber Rose is busting it open on OnlyFans as we speak, which there's nothing wrong with. But you're trying to say she just acting like a hoe. She ain't really no hoe.
She not. She just, you know what I'm saying? She just taking back the word slut, putting power to it. We don't know if she really slept with these people because I don't went on a lot of dates and don't mean niggas supposed we just be going on dates.
That's you.
She went on dates.
I ain't gonna waste that much time talking about Amber Rose. I tell you what, Google her and then you'll find a little section where it says who she dated. I ain't just talking about dating. When I say dating, I don't mean casually. I mean like who was her man? The man who she was consistently seen with everywhere and living with, or she was living with him or he was living with her. Because if he's the fool that hangs around her for 6 to 8 months, 21, what's his name? 21 Savage. I almost called him brother. 21 Street. Remember she had him looking stupid at the club walk, standing on stage. Now he a gangster rapper again. He was up there looking, and he came after Wiz Khalifa. So come on, man. Like, don't try to protect her like that. Like, I mean, it's okay.
It's like you mad at her for what he did.
I'm mad at her what I'm mad at her for is being a MAGA and coming to the RNC and speaking on behalf of Trump when she's been endeared by the black community and she herself has claimed African lineage. To me, she's just like any other black Republican who drinks the Kool-Aid for Trump.
She's a white woman, though. She's not black.
Useless. She said she was.
She's a white woman.
She's She has said she's part from some African Caribbean tribe. Look this.
That's
I don't know
probably
why
some
you act
shit
like
she
I'm
got from the
making shit up on this
genealogy thing or some shit. Probably from one of them DNA
She
things.
just got her
No,
ass
she
whooped by
white.
Jocelyn Hernandez on College Hill for claiming
Did
black.
she?
Yes. You arguing with me and I live in the podverse. Dion, would you tell her?
Shit. I need to hop on YouTube. I be missing everything.
But Jocelyn said, you're not even black. You're not even black. You just play black on TV. And Amber Rose like, fuck you. And Jocelyn beat her ass. I'm trying to tell you.
At home geeking it up, beat her ass.
Boy, you get your ratchet itch filled on YouTube. Boy.
Come on now. Give it to me.
I gotta go to YouTube and look for that.
Look, she had to go to the hospital. The ambulance came. Jocelyn, I beat the ass. You know Jocelyn be on that powder too. Jocelyn beat shit. Don't say you black no more. I was like, oh shit. Somebody come get Jocelyn.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy, man. I think
50 Cent fucking with Trump too.
Well,
that's
yeah.
Like Malcolm said. When we got celebrities trying to play politics, that shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's fucked up. You know.
Well, I tell you what, the Republicans themselves were upset about Amber. They was like, "Why is this whore here?" Like they call her a feminist. They call her pro-abortion, and all this. Just go read it. It's all there. I'm not bringing nothing that's made up. I don't know her personally.
I believe you. When you trying to sleep with the dogs, they gonna show you. Like white people will let you know. Like, and that's why I don't know how. You know, with Tim Scott and what's the other guy named Donaldson or something like that. Like, even with, you know, our own Orlando Owens, and I don't even know what's wrong with what's that motherfucker with a cowboy hat. I don't even think he's a Republican.
David Clark.
Yeah, like, I mean, just to know your history and know your lineage, you know, that's what kind of pissed me off with dude today. You know what I'm saying? He like, the Republican Party was for the black people. Like, this Republican Party is not the same Republican Party. Nixon flipped the Democrats, the Southern Dixiecrats, into this Republican Party. You know, people will sit out there and put all that misinformation out there. That's the danger of having radio stations and podcasts and you not well informed on shit, because you will put some narratives out there, motherfuckers to feed into that, because a lot of times we don't do their own research. We don't do research. We just like, yeah, that nigga said what the blah, 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 and we run with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that shit fucked up, man, you know, and I guess, I don't know, Kev. It's rough.
Mama Jenkins is in the chat room. She said, I'm riding with Biden. Fuck the felon. Well put, Mama Jenkins. I mean, you got to feel some kind of way. I hate to see, and this is probably just from me being a football coach. I hate to see people talking themselves out of a win before they even get in the competition. Like, I'd hated to see a player who's sitting around like, Coach, we ain't gonna, I don't know. I don't even want you on my team. I don't care how great the odds are. So I hate to see black people saying, nah, we can't really do shit. Our vote don't mean shit. Our community ain't shit. We ain't got no money. We poor. Our women smell like sexy red. Like, I hate to see, us talking ourselves out of the race before we even get in it. This is why I say we do more complaining and crying instead of playing the game. Where are our black lobbyists? Where are our black special interest groups? Where's the grooming, no Diddy, of our future politicians? See, I looked at Brother DC and said, even when he was young, he's being moved through the machine, prepped to become an elected official, a leader. Those are the kind of young black politicians we need to be saying, okay, let's give it. Now, you might not agree with everything the brother does or says, but you can't deny the fact that he's one of us. And I've had a conversation. I don't know how far a little power and money is taking him. I hope it don't take him that far. My last conversation with him, he sounded like the DC I knew forever. I mean, there was a little politicizing there. And that's understandable, though. So we need to be behind brothers like that. Now, when they show us that they're not with us, this is when I say we need to not be behind them. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. So that's why I'm so intensively listening and watching our mayor saying, brother, I just want you to do one thing. I just want you to toss the people a bone, just something, light a match in the dark. I feel like right now you're such a gentrifier, or you're in so good with the gentrifiers, you just watching the city burn, and you already helping do the blueprints for the rebuilding, knowing that the people there will be displaced. So I look at him and any other black person that's not talking to us, about us. I don't care what their job is. Because if I get elected as a CEO of a major company and I say, well, I'm everybody's CEO, I'm out of pocket if I don't go and talk to the minority employees and say, look, can y'all tell me what the things y'all deal with are? What's y'all conditions? Like, let me try to create some change for y'all too. If I don't do that, I'm missing as a black man, point blank, period. And if you don't agree with me, I don't give a damn. Either you are with us or you are against us. Either you in this fight or you ain't. It's like you be fighting and somebody on the sideline cheering. What you cheering so hard for? You get your ass in here and fight. No, I'm cool. And that's how a lot of most people are. They like to watch the fight. They don't ever want to be in the fight. Because our people feel like, hell, all we do is fight every day. Hell, I'm fighting to survive. I'm fighting to eat. I'm fighting to keep my lights and gas on. Try to keep these badass kids from stealing a Kia, going ham up Sherman. So they lose the fight for what we need to be doing politically. And that's not a judgment or diss at anyone or a scrape at anyone. But the fact of the matter is we got to make up our mind what we're going to do. We've been talking about this shit for a very long time. Are we going to vote? We asked this on the show, Kamar, I think about 2 weeks ago. I said, okay, black people, fuck it. Don't vote. Let's sit this whole election out. Let's sit every election out for the next 10 years. Don't vote. See what happens. See where we end up living at. See how we gonna end up getting treated. If you think the black vote don't matter and it don't, we fuck that, Kev. It ain't no hope for the future. All right, don't vote then. That's not. Just say black vote don't matter. That's what we need to do. I tell you what, what he say in Belly, I bet you jump back on my dick. You'll be back in 2 years. Like, Kev, we got to get this voting shit back. It's gonna be so many conservative old prejudice. I don't like to call them racist. I call them prejudice. Old prejudice white people don't want you to vote anyways. They want you to feel like, my vote don't matter. I don't have no say. I'm just gonna take what they give me. You play right into white supremacists' hands when you do that. So that's my take on that. Like I said, I don't speak for everybody. I only speak for Kevin. And everybody has a different way of looking at it. But in this election, I definitely think we need to vote, be proactive about voting for Biden. I'm going to go ahead and say it out loud now. I've been trying to avoid this shit, Courtney. Kamar, I've been trying to avoid saying it. I don't know if we've ever given an endorsement on Outlaw Radio. We need to
pretty much been saying it. I will not vote for Trump. I don't give a fuck. I will vote for ET before I vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Like, you pretty much been saying it.
Kind
of. I ain't at the point where I want to sit down and talk to him. I don't want to converse with him. Like, I see people with certain platforms having like conservative politicians on their platforms. And they say, well, I'm just willing to sit down with him and have a conversation. At this point, I don't even want to talk to him. I mean, we see what you do. It ain't about what you say. It's about what you do. If we start looking into your policies, if we start uncovering statements you've made over the years, even your alliances of the people who you're with, because it all will come down to even a question as simple as how you feel about privatized prison. And you look in a portfolio, they might be investing in the shit. So these are people who don't give a shit about us, and they are happy when we don't give a shit about us. Just like now, you think they really want to stop this shit going on in Milwaukee? No, and now we got the RNC here. We had the whole country when the NBA, the Bucks was in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they shot that shit up. People say, "Steve, I told y'all our niggers was out of control," and that's what they doing. Our niggers are just out of control. We need you guys. We got to gentrify this area. Keep it up. They'll be sipping lattes all up and down North Avenue in 5 years, sitting outside the cafe and shit, because they want to be urban. You have to understand, these ain't the boomers. The boomers almost all gone. They on the clock. Biden is a boomer. They all up there in age. I'm not wishing death upon anybody, but it's time for another generation to come into this. And I believe Generation X is next up to bat. That would be us. Now, Courtney, I don't know when you was born. You might not be with us. You might be a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
Okay, so I'm side-eyeing you. I'm sorry, because y'all fucked the whole world up. No, I'm joking.
Y'all fucked the world up. No. I'm blaming it on y'all. Y'all are my big brother now. My brothers. Yeah, y'all.
It was y'all. It was definitely y'all.
Slanging that door.
What's his name?
gang banging.
Right.
It was y'all.
That's from my mom and them because they rock with Smokey. It wasn't no Smokey album out when I was coming. Like, y'all get that new Smokey? No, that was my mom and them. But no, I'm just saying, like, you got to understand, millennials, white millennials don't want to live in the suburbs. They want to live in the city. They want to, hey, I rode my bike to work. I'm reducing my carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Like they are, you know what I'm saying? Because okay, I work downtown in the bank building. I'm an administrator, but I live in Whitefish Bay or some shit like that. They say no, the youngsters, not their parents, because their parents like, you're crazy living by those niggers. But those children say, Dad, I don't want to do that. I want to be in the community. And so they're going to replace us. And that's why it ain't no programs. That's why he ain't talking about nothing but nothing. Look at the catastrophe. And I have to say this very gently, and I'm normally not gently with anything I say. But shout out to all those individuals who work for the Office of Violence Prevention, whatever it's called now. Shout out to 414 Life, those people who really out here frontline working with the people. But the direction and the purpose and the mission of this is a mess. You didn't reorganize and what are you doing? What's your aim? Because we still got issues and they can't solve them by themselves. I know that.
Yeah.
But that plan, you need either more or you need to put more into that program or you need to change it because it's not having a great effect. It is helping some people though. And if you've ever had like experienced violence and they showed up and they gave you, they say, here, let's help you. And shout out to them. Because I promise I will never knock what they do. I'm not here to do that. But sometimes leadership that's flawed. Like you look at the housing authority. I know for sure there's a lot of people who work in the housing authority who are like, yo, I really want to help these people. But look at the leadership. You think all them people at SDC was on the take? Nope. A lot of people who was really down there like, yo, I'm doing good. I'm working with my people. But look at the leadership. Got that shit shut down. MPS. It's some teachers who really care, really passionate, really want to work with kids. They decide early, I'm a career educator. The leadership is fucked up. So look at the state of MPS. And so on and so on and so forth. So it's a leadership problem that we have. I don't know if we're ready to address it as a vacuum. I mean, I think the mayor's a nice dude. He seems to be real affable. Like he seems to be really friendly. He might be cool to go golfing with, but I don't golf. So when I hear him talk though, I'm just like, bro, I'm not. Now, when he did his inauguration speech, who was in that audience? Boy, was Momac Negroes in that audience and you could shake a stick at. They was on stage with him. They was standing behind him. They was doing the butterfly and the running man and shit. Somebody let some fireworks off. It was all kinds of shit going on. Dogs dancing in the background. What has he done since? That was catered to us. He didn't know what was going on in MPS by he said, I don't know. I got to call Keith. He didn't know what was going on in the house authority. He said, well, I heard they was doing good. He didn't know it was money that had been sitting there that was supposed to be given to the OVP. That was early on. They said, it's like $5 million, $6 million. He said, what? You bullshit. He didn't know. What does he know? What does he know?
You was right. She was only married to Wiz Khalifa. Of course, you being a podverse.
I don't know why out of all people you chose to defend her. That was just a very weird moment on Outlaw Radio.
I mean, she's a woman. I don't know too much about her, so I thought maybe she wasn't a hoe, but now I'm finna go through the list of people she dated. So let's see. She might have just been like I said. I thought maybe she was trying to reclaim the word. I don't know. Because I don't even know much about the slut walk. I thought that's what she was doing. So let me find out more.
And I didn't call her a hoe. I didn't call her a hoe. I called her what she refers to herself as, which is a slut. That's what.
What is a slut exactly? What do you consider a slut?
A slut is for free. A hoe, you got to pay is COD, it's cash on delivery. It's like, yo, hey, $15, get in the car. They're workers. They're professionals. Prostitutes are professionals to a certain degree. A slut is just like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not this is not the double standard of males versus females, right? Like if that's how you want to live, if you want to be like I want to explore my sexuality and there's no shame in my game, it's 2024. Do you, as they say. I'm just saying now, what's the latest trend? What's the latest wave? And you becoming kind of irrelevant. You done ran out of rappers. Like, because these young boys, they don't want her now. She dated Kanye 20 years ago. So, when he licked her head at the MTV Awards and he had the bottle of Hennessy, y'all don't remember that. Maybe y'all too young. I remember it.
Of course you remember that.
That's when I still had hope for Kanye. When I thought, okay, here's the next wave in rap. I had no idea about 2024 that shit crazy. This brother walking around with socks and a ski mask on. I gotta draw the line.
Because he got with Kim now. We didn't see that coming either. But when we saw him going that way, we was like, oh, we knew something was gonna happen. Oh, he finna fuck with Kim Kardashian. He finna go crazy. And he did.
I don't know. But Kanye, brother, get some help. I'm just saying. I don't.
I mean, he ain't bothered nobody in a while. So why we?
That's true. You're right, Courtney. So
I have his socks and sandals on. Asians been doing it for the longest.
You're right. Forget what black people do, because that's not. Yeah. Once again, it's like Eddie Murphy. Did y'all see Beverly Hills Cop? I know if you're not old enough, you probably won't get the relevance of Beverly Hills Cop. Kamar, did you see the news Beverly Hills Cop?
I fell asleep on it. I gotta watch it all the way through.
Okay, yeah. I fell asleep in the middle and woke up for the end, right? That's some old people shit where you you missing the whole movie. I ain't sleep. Shit. And why we always say we ain't sleep when somebody wake us up? Like, you missing the movie. I ain't sleep. I just closed my eyes for a minute. Yeah.
I'll fight you. I wasn't asleep.
Well, Eddie Murphy, if you grew up in the 80s, Eddie Murphy, I would venture to say Eddie Murphy is probably the greatest black entertainer of all time. And if you didn't grow up when he was doing Raw and he was doing Delirious and he was actually like in Harlem Nights and Boomerang and Coming to America and all this stuff, and we was just like, yo, that's our guy right there. Like, it's good to see a black man really just knock Hollywood down. And then I see he just got married to the little white girl. And once again, I know Eddie Murphy could give a shit less about what my broke ass got to say. I know that first and foremost, but I just said, I feel like that when I watched Beverly Hills Cop, there was some black people in it, but I was just like, this ain't black enough. Like Harlem Nights was black, right? Boomerang was black. And maybe he was just like, I'm tired of you motherfuckers always waiting on me to do something. But even the Dolomite joint he did a couple years ago. But I'm like, is Eddie Murphy sold out? Have we lost him too? Do it mean you done sold out because you bring your Ice Queen to the front? I don't know. I told you it's Outlaw Radio crazy. So
I'm back. So I'm saying I didn't date it like
Murphy,
this.
The same dude where his wife gave him an ultimatum, either Johnny Gill or me, and he chose Johnny Gill. So
damn, his other wife, the half black one, Nicole Murphy.
So
Johnny Gill say, you know what I mean? I heard Johnny Gill say he'd slap any man in his mouth who come up to him and say him and Eddie Murphy was lovers. He said, I told them I'm from DC. They will know I'm from DC if they say that to me. So I was like, y'all better leave Johnny alone. Courtney, what did you say?
I'm back to Amber Rose. I mean, I didn't date it like this. What is wrong with some chicks date numerous men at one time. Some chicks date one guy at a time. You know what I'm saying? She's a one guy at a time gal.
Have sex with lots of different men all the time.
That's not what it says. She dated this dude for like 5 months. She done dated this guy for maybe 3 months. She done dated this person for a year. Her and Chris Rock was just friends. You know what I'm saying? Me and this dude dated for
her and Kanye, Wiz Khalifa. Hold on. Her, Kanye, Wiz Khalifa, 21 Savage, and the dude now where she put the thing on her forehead for the new kid that she had by him. Okay. And
those are serious relationships.
She has a right to do whatever she wants with her body. It's not that. I don't care how many men she chooses to sleep with. It is not my business. I'm just saying, as a person who her appeal has been with us. White people don't know. They don't even know who she is. They're like, what? What's this Amber Rose? She's always catered to us. And so now she's a MAGA. So I called her out simply for that in question. She has no political experience. I don't know how much sense she actually has. Why is she at the RNC other than pandering to black people, or you think what would appeal to black people? She's racially ambiguous. We don't even know what she actually is.
White.
She's not. She doesn't classify herself as white.
She's white.
That's not how she classifies herself.
Race. God damn it.
You doing your research, they'll tell you when you Google her, they'll say what she says she is. What is it? Verdian or something like that. Shit I never even heard of. I guess them light-skinned Africans.
So now she's
Verdian and like whatever.
Cape Verdean. So African, Portuguese, Irish, Scottish, Italian.
Sound like a bed wench.
But Cape Verdean is basically African and Portuguese.
Right. Now, does she look African at all to you or even Portuguese?
Man, she just changed that shit after she got her genealogy DNA thing back. She was white a couple years ago on there.
Her original occupation was as a stripper. That's how she met Kanye West. No, a Cape Verdean stripper.
No, she was a white stripper then. She just became Cape Verdean.
Oh, when she got with Kanye. I'm not.
Yeah, she just switched over to that.
Tiarsha loves your hair. Yeah, she loves your hair.
Thank you.
You know, the whole point of a lot of these conversations is that we just, as a people, we need to focus more. The focus should be turned inward. Because I just feel like this is a time, if Trump is going to be the president, we said this on Outlaw Radio, I don't know how long ago, it was 8 years ago when Trump first got elected. We said, okay, Trump's going to be president. We need to dig in as Black people because we've never had a president that helped us anyways. That's never been, a situation where a president said, hey, it's Black People Day. And we was like, yes. So we just need to dig in. What Biden is claiming, his claim to fame is what he's done for the economy, which I don't totally understand because inflation and this kind of thing is out of control. And I'm reading more information saying he doesn't necessarily, that's not necessarily his fault. But he's also saying there's been more Black businesses established under his presidency than anyone ever. And so when I asked, tell me what you've done. So if Mayor Johnson had that kind of shtick to say, hey, Kev, under me, Black businesses done flourished. I say, you know what? That's good, brother. Just tell me. I'm not looking to hate you. I think your job is to make us not hate you. Instead of vice versa, where you just own some bullshit all the time. We're like, what the fuck is wrong with dude? So that's just my whole thing with him. I don't want it to sound personal, but you are sitting in the top seat, man. And I just feel like anytime you got any position, something needs to be done for us. Like they say, it needs to be some furniture moving. Tiarsha said she was there for a check. She was always known as Black and white. Cape Verdean, right? Yeah, that's what she is. I just question why she's there. I just felt like that was pandering. It'd be like, even though I think Sexy Red is a MAGA, it'd be like if they brought her to the Democratic convention. Like, see, now look, we got one too. She was out there, doing what she do. I think people are some of the stuff I see about Sexy Red, I think is unfair too, since we own that. Her music to me is not good music. I'm just gonna say that her music is not good music, but I don't think she's to blame for the situations that our young sisters are in the community. A lot of people are putting that on her. Like, see, this why? This, I think she's just like an actress. She's like a mascot, I think. Especially when I found out that her whole management team is these white dudes. But I don't think she's the cause of the destruction of society. I think she's making herself look very compromised. Hopefully in the future, she'll look at it and say, damn, like I think I kind of, what Martin said, I led my people into a burning house.
Yeah.
But she's young as well. And so you go, what's my choice? Be broke as hell and be ratchet, or get rich as hell and be ratchet? For all we know, she might be Ivy League educated. And one day she might be in an interview with one of her weaves off like, excuse me, my name is
I think that'll be out in the public already.
Yeah, she been ratchet.
Just like Meg Thee Stallion. We knew she did college and all that shit.
Okay.
That came out. So
sexy.
But you're right, Kev. You know what I mean? You look at, the position people be in, you know what I mean? They're just trying to get some money. They're hungry. You know what I mean? They out here trying to survive. I get that. You know what I mean? I commend it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't feel like it's her fault why a lot of women are like they is. This shit started a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? A long, long time ago. It's just gotten worse. You know what I mean? And I feel like our people have to speak out about it. Speak out about what we feel ain't right. You know what I mean? So they can learn. Eventually, the seeds that it has to be planted in them too. You
Yeah,
know
I'd
what I
like to
mean? If
see.
don't nobody ever tell you you wrong, don't nobody ever you don't get punished for none of the shit you did, or you know what I mean, you ain't gonna never change.
That's what I'm saying. I like to see Okra and Gail and Villy Van Zant and all the sisters, the older OG sisters, pull her to the side and say, "Let's sit down and talk." Like,
And
you
that's how
know,
it's supposed to be.
that's what I want to see. Like, because it's easy for us to stand there and say, "Look at this hoe, look at her ratchet ass." Is
Yeah.
anybody saying, "Hey, sister, look, come here, let me talk to you"? They explained the reach of her influence to that little 8-year-old girl who's struggling with her identity, and she's looking like dudes love her, so I'm gonna emulate her behavior.
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't know if motherfuckers really give a fuck about that shit if they need their own healing. Not to say she do, but I'm sure she probably does. She been making this type of music before she got famous, but I feel like it ain't no we gonna pull you to the side and talk about what you doing. No, Ayana would have to pull her to the side and fix her life first, and then in the midst of fixing your life, let's talk about what you're doing. I think she would need her life fixed. You just telling me I'm doing some shit. I mean, I might listen, I might not. Like, okay, but
I don't know that her life is. I don't know that her life is bad. I don't know.
I mean, no, you know, it usually means it'd be that trauma that a motherfucker need to, you know what I'm saying? How did you get here?
Right. Okay.
You know, what happened to you that brought you, where did Sexy Red come from? And I mean, I didn't see a little picture when she was young. She been sassy, but you know, I think it would be those conversations where first they would have to talk to her to see how she became and got to where she is, where you didn't mind talking about, you know, expressing your coochie stank and all of this. Like, how did you get here first off before hey, you need to stop. And then I think, yeah, they would have to have a whole conversation.
Yeah.
It was,
And
yeah.
then teaching her, you know what I mean, the message.
Well,
Yeah.
And you
so
know, we can go back all through history, show about the women that was in the music industry that like, yeah, it was always women like this. And since then it's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's why it's been getting worse and worse, because ain't nobody pulling nobody to the side holding them accountable.
Right.
It's a lot of the
historically,
dark parts in us that kind of like the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that might be why we don't want to pull them to the side.
Yeah, it's like
historically, if
I
you look
think men have
at
to talk to men, and women have to talk to women about, you know what I mean, etiquette and what's right, and sending the right message, the importance of sending the right message.
because I'm
historically,
clearly
if
doing.
you look at Snoop and you look at the gangster rappers back in the days, Reverend Calvin's Butts, C. Dolores Tucker, Jesse Jackson, all the OGs, Smokey Robinson and drinking that wine. They all went to them dudes and pulled them to the side and said, "Yo." Even Minister Farrakhan, he mediated a lot of conflicts,
Yeah,
and he stepped to the rapper saying, "Look, he had a whole after Tupac and Biggie were murdered. Mr. Farrakhan had all the rappers at his house
yeah,
where he sat them all down and said, y'all done created this monster. Y'all didn't create this monster, but some of the stuff y'all been doing has been perpetuating it. So
right.
let's move with a purpose. And nobody was like, fuck the minister and left. Everybody's like, okay, it's the OG talking. Now, did that clean wrap up necessarily? No. But they took the time to say, I heard Snoop say Dionne Warwick had them come to her house and she told all of them, call me a bitch to my face, any one of y'all right now. Snoop said him and Suge back down. Like, okay, I'm not finna do it. So sometimes you need that. And Courtney, like you said, maybe she's not open to it. Maybe she's just like, dude, I'm getting money. Fuck what y'all think. In a few years, ain't nobody gonna even know who I am. I'm finna get all this money I can, and I'm gonna move on.
But my thing is, even with them having them talks with them, did they stop? Did they change the music?
Did y'all see the interview with
It kind of
Andre
changed the message.
3000 and her and Sexy Red?
I didn't see
I
that
saw
one.
the clip, but I ain't watch it.
You know, and it's kind of like Andre 3000. First off, he ain't the type that's gonna come down on anything anybody doing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it was the angle we just brought. You know what I mean? He put emphasis on the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you're doing, I commend you. You know what I mean? He didn't come down on her about the bullshit she doing. You know what I mean? Or how most people talk. He didn't come down on her, and she still. It was a weird interview, man, because he kind of like dodged around how he really felt, and you could tell he really felt the kind of way, but he didn't want to cause the conflict, you know. And not only that, but I think Andre understand art, music is being art. You know what I mean? Like you express what you feel, and if that's what you feeling, like who am I to tell you you can't do it? You can't speak it. You know what I mean? Like it's art. So everybody got a right to express it the way they want to express it. Like shit, he just did a flute album with most people didn't like.
He on tour with that flute right
You know
now.
what I mean? So like,
All his
so
concerts
you know
suck,
what I mean?
too.
I'm just saying that was a good example of like we really can't come down on nobody about what they doing. But at the same time, I always say we got to use a lot of stuff as teaching opportunity.
Yeah,
If
and I
we
feel like
feel different.
sometimes,
Not to come down on them, but to use it as an opportunity to teach.
and I feel like sometimes we do shit or people do things because they don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking like this. I'm saying, I mean, they could have been a whole thing. My family been like this. My aunties, my mama. This is what I know. This is what I've been
Right.
raised around. I don't see shit wrong with this. You know, some people do be having their mamas shaking their ass. Like, I mean, I didn't knew chicks that be twerking around their kids. So them kids, probably my oldest son age by now, and they was doing that when they was young. So it's like some people grow up in them environments where that shit just ratchet as fuck. You got a ratchet ass mama with ratchet ass friends, and
Working
the
at the
latest
red light.
example of that
You
is the
know?
pool party. Like those the people at the pool party
Right.
was like, "Yo, what y'all tripping for? We just partying, right?" Like, and
Right.
you know, some of the memes for the pool party is ridiculous. Like I seen just some dudes in the
I mean, you
sewer,
know,
in the
hey,
tunnel
look, I ain't
underground
got
in the sewer, floating through the tunnel, and they said, "This how you got in the pool party in Milwaukee." It's like green, nasty ass water. I'm like, oh my god.
and then even with that, you know what I mean? Like if it's a private party and women, I don't care what you doing. But I just felt like it was an issue because all of this was on tape and there was a bunch of foul shit going on during it. You know what I mean? Like if it was closed circuit, didn't nobody know about the shit they out there, that's fine, man. But now you out here on the internet, kids looking at this shit too, and we see this predator behavior, and I don't want these kids to think that shit normal. Cause these motherfuckers on here grinning and laughing and all and shit all at the same time. Like they're having fun watching. You know what I mean? It's like I say, the predator behavior, foul.
Courtney, you asked a question just a couple minutes ago. You said after they had sat with Minister Farrakhan and this kind of thing, did it change the music? Kind of, because the message became a little bit more pointed for some of those brothers. They did recognize like there has to be a line, like we can't cross, and that's why beef kind of became where it is now. Like with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they just rapped, but nobody except Rick Ross got punched, right? And you know, Nas and Jay-Z had a beef. Nobody got their ass whooped that we know of. I'm pretty sure some brothers said, "Yeah, no, I got my ass whooped one time." But rap before that in the 90s, if you said somebody's name when they showed up in your town, you wouldn't whoop their ass. You watched the NWA movie when Cube got into it with NWA. When they went to the New Music Jack the Rapper seminar, they had a fight. Motherfuckers said, we got to fight. And it built and built and built. DJ Quick and MC8, which a lot of people don't talk about this, was gang, Bloods, Crips. Yeah. Somebody lost their life at a club, got stomped out because of them two. So when Minister Farrakhan stepped in and said, hey, y'all got to keep this shit like, not in his words, I don't want to ever misquote Minister Farrakhan, but he was saying, y'all got to keep this. This is entertainment, and we black men who get money. So it became non-physical after that. That's why you heard a lot of people saying, I'm cool with Kendrick Lamar and Drake beefing as long as nobody gets hurt. Because eventually Kendrick gonna have to go to Canada for a show. And eventually, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but Drake got to go to Cali. And so it's like, let's keep this on wax. So speaking of rap, and I know because I'm this political shit, y'all got to forgive me. It gets me twisted. I get to tripping if we talk about it too long. So my next love is hip hop. Jay Prince, if you're familiar with James Prince, and I talked about this the other night, but it's gained more and more steam, and it shows how times have changed. And I think this is the message with Sexy Red and Lotto and all these, what's her name, Ice Spice, and all these female rappers. The world has changed, the game has changed, and Jay Prince went at Cam and Mace for criticizing a boxer that he manages, Shakur Stevenson. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't know if Cam and Mace are the two podcasters, content creators that you really want to fuck with. Because and now everybody's chiming in. Everybody's been waiting for Jay Prince to kind of get his. You know what I'm saying? Because for so long he's been the hip hop boogeyman and mob ties, and I've heard people talk about, who's mad at him and what happens with what's the boy Takeoff from the Migos who got murdered down there, and Duke the jeweler, who's I guess a jeweler, like a young jeweler. But so Cam and Mace have been coming at, well, they ain't coming at him. They just made a response in which they basically said, like, dude, like, we ain't little, we're not little niggas, right? Like, you ain't our big homie. We don't got no big homies. We 40 and almost 50 plus too. And so I was watching this YouTube video and they were saying how much times have changed in the rap game now, and maybe Jay Prince needs to get a social media manager. Like, dude, because when you start saying, like, I handle all this business in the streets, you kind of putting yourself under the eye of the feds. We know that the feds is on all this shit with a pen and a piece of paper. Like, what's her name? Courtney, the one who also throws up the gang signs in the beginning, the juice lady, if you will. I wonder what's in that juice. Yeah. Is that a code for something? What is this, lean? You got to follow her. Like, it's just like, So I'm looking at how times have changed, and because I've always been an admirer of what Rap-A-Lot Records did. Scarface is still, to me, the number 2 rapper of all times behind Tupac. I love the Ghetto Boys. To me, they're the greatest group of all time behind UGK and 8Ball and MJG. But I'm like, Jay,
who first?
The greatest rap group of all time is Outkast. Like,
why did you just say 8Ball and MJG and then you didn't even say Outkast the first time? Make up your mind.
I was telling you who they were behind. I didn't say, you didn't ask me.
What order does it go in? Is it UGK and 8Ball MJG, or is it 8Ball MJG UGK?
No, that's like the numerical order. See, if you want to know my top 5, just ask that. I just told you where they fit in at on that thing. So yeah, the point was that they was one of the greatest rap groups of all time. That was really the point. But if you wanted to know my top 5, I can post that on Facebook later. Or my top 10 rap groups of all time. But no, I just think, Jay, I think this shows our age. It shows as we get older, like that's a perfect example why I ain't got no business with my old ass on Facebook arguing with no youngsters about nothing. Going up all on their posts, talking about, yo, young niggas and like, man, we'll beat your old ass. Oh, hell no. Because if I start calling my partners, a lot of them retired. I can't, man. I drop my granddaughter off. I'll be over there. How you gonna come to the drama after you drop your daughter off, your granddaughter off at daycare? Like, I'm thinking we probably shouldn't be beefing. Right. So
gotta go back and pick her up.
Yeah, man. Like, how long we gonna be fighting? Because I gotta be back. So I'm just saying, Jay Prince, this is finally the point where because when Whack 100 was going at him and all this kind of stuff, I was like, yeah, man, fuck dude. But I'm looking at Jay Prince now, like, nah, man, you showing your age a little bit, man. Leave these youngsters alone. You rich. Let these young boys get out the way, man. You're rich. You're a mogul. All the great things you've done in Houston with your money and stuff like that. Why you choose to get involved in this? It just wasn't a good look for us Gen Xers.
What is he involved in?
Well, he's going back and forth. Why are you going back and forth with podcasters? Like, why are you going back and talking about, So he is instrumental in the discovery of Drake, right? So his sons had a lot to do with Drake they found him and took him to Young Money or whatever. And so he was always defending Drake. And that's the main thing that Cam and May said, like, look, when Whack 100, he disrespected you so bad it don't make no sense. You said nothing. Kendrick Lamar just spent the whole summer kicking Drake's ass. You never said nothing. But now all of a sudden you want to say something to us, and we doing a sports show talking about boxing, and we're talking about a boxer. Like, you know, it don't make.
They get paid to talk about boxing.
That's what they told Shakur Stevenson, the boxer. Like, I don't know who you talking. We make more money than you. Because Cameron is a damn fool, man. I don't know if you paid him. That boy is hilarious, man.
Wow.
That's what he said when they was interviewing him about. What was they trying to ask him about? Like Biden or something, or Trump?
I don't know why they chose him instead of Mace. Like, why didn't y'all choose Mace? Like,
he had the pills. He's gonna get some cheeks after this.
Yeah, I would have talked to Mace. Like, I wouldn't have asked for Cameron. That's what her ass gets. Like,
he said, "I'm taking this. I'm about to get some cheeks after this." Like, man, not the pills. You showing them
something he had.
It was hilarious. But I mean, that was just like, for me, I always look at where we are, how we look. As men, we're getting older. This is like old men sitting around talking about Sexy Red. Like, you know, what you talking about? Like, when we was young, did we not? Come on now. We was the Luke era, right? Doodoo Brown. Listen, I know what some of y'all mamas and them be telling y'all, but I was at parties where they played Doodoo Brown. It's your birthday. And it was like, there was all Sexy Reds in the party. That's what I'm telling you. The whole pool party was the Girl, Is That Me or You jam that we went to in 1992. So it was just, it stank. And either you with it or you ain't. Like, if you're a man of high moral principles, you didn't have no business at that pool party. Especially letting them get you on camera. Now, if you was there in the back, like, hey, man, hold on, Donald. But I just feel like sometimes we're a little too judgmental on our young people, you know? And if somebody come from the gutter where they absolutely didn't have shit, once again, I don't know Sexy Red's past. I don't know if she was a private school girl or she came from the suburbs. I haven't done enough research on her to know. But if she was as poor as and ratchet as she puts on, she should have grabbed on the first thing smoking to get her up out of there. Like, you know what? If this is all I got, shit, I won't be living like this no more. So, you know, I just think
she have a baby just by a regular person.
Well, she got two by regular dudes, I guess.
But I mean, after you get rich, you think, like, what's her name? Summer Walker. She went and got pregnant by a producer.
Well,
but then she went and got pregnant by Larry. You know, they always go back to somebody from the hood. So
Larry. She probably ain't even really out of the hood.
Yeah, and a lot of times we think that's it.
I don't know, Kamar. I don't know if she's out of the hood. I don't. I just feel like men need to be very
careful. I don't believe she got the best record deal either.
Hey, Kamar, you froze up, so I don't know if you said something because you was froze for a minute. So
no, I was saying I wouldn't believe she would have the best record deal either. You know what I mean?
I would hope so.
So, like, you know, I'm just saying, because like we keep saying she rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, she may still just be around the same people.
Like, they recorded that video when she was in labor at the crib. Like, that could have been her crib.
Yeah, her crib.
They don't know. Could have been her little townhouse.
That was a Drake video. That was definitely not her house. That was Drake. That was a big time production. You talking about the Rich Baby Daddy joint, right? That
looked like one of the little townhome cribs.
Still riding in the minivan
here.
Still riding minivan.
A video of her in the house, man, and that motherfucker did look like he could be in the hood.
Because remember Yin Yang Twins? Like, they did that cribs, and then later they came out. Like, first off, wasn't nothing in the crib there. They didn't know nothing about the pictures, had white folks, and then later they was like, that wasn't our crib.
Most of them motherfuckers wasn't their cribs on MTV.
It's the lie that Hollywood tells you. They prop these people up. But I wanted to say, a lot of us men have to be careful too with our double standard. So you see a female like Sexy Red, and you know, some of us in the dark behind the scenes be looking at her pictures and be saying, "Ooh, man, I like some of, you know, men have this double standard of, if a woman is out here and this is how she's living, she's horrible, she's the scum of the earth, but they got bodies. Brothers got bodies. Like, you just straight up, you were a slut. You weren't a whore. You was just giving it away for free, right? Like, as much as you possibly could. So And some of us got the pill bottles to show it. Like, yeah, man, that was my first gonorrhea case in 87. It was lice in 91. VD in 05. Like, some brothers really got a medical rap sheet. So, but they'll look at a woman and be like, oh, she ain't shit. So as men, you have to remove your bias a lot of times too and say, well, why is that sister acting like that? Like, is anybody taking the time to say to her, you understand the message that you're giving these little girls? I don't know if anybody's asked her because she probably ain't thought about it. Now, Kamara, I don't know her contract. She might have a shitty contract. You might be right. Because if she's not really educated, either she got some damn good handlers, or, you know, she might keep somebody in the family around who's supposed to know something. You know, that's how black people get screwed over. My cousin, though. Oh, my cousin. He done ran off with all your bread and shit. So I don't know. I think her career
a bad influence.
Still short. What you say, Courtney?
I'm thinking in my mind as you talking, it's like, can we really call her the bad influence and not the parents? Now, kids find what they find, but in my mind, what pop up is when I think of it was like a little kids party. So the parents control the music and they start playing Rich Baby Daddy and all the little kids knew the words. You know what I'm saying? And they was little kids, like 6, 5.
I think we could say she's a bad influence, not the bad influence.
Yeah, because you know, I'm not playing that around my kids. And some parents, like I said, I'm definitely not playing it at your 5-6-year-old party for you. So those parents that's, oh yeah, let me play this song. The kids all know the words to it. So
yeah, I seen even
those environments again.
Even old people. I seen Snoop Dogg's wife, and I'm guessing him, open a strip club in Los Angeles called the Players Club. And I don't, you know, business is business, and stripping, it has to be big time money making. I don't know, but I was kind of thrown when his daughter had her birthday party in the strip club, and it's on Instagram. I'm looking like, I don't know.
How old is she? And was it any strippers working?
She was taking pictures on the throwing money, and then she's grown. She's not a minor. She's grown. But I'm just saying, me as a father, and it's my strip club, I'm telling my daughter, hell no, you ain't having your birthday party there. And won't be. They was all at her party, so he's seeing her, you know, making it rain. Do they still call it that? I don't know. I'm old. Do they still call it making it rain? Okay.
Yeah.
So he's there while she's doing all that, and she's got booties in her hand and 2 strippers with a booty cheek on each. I'm like, as a father, I don't know that I could sit. That's kind of awkward to me. I'd be like, yo, wait till I'm grown.
I can see that for Kev. That is so funny.
We're gonna be in the VIP. We make money, you know, but a lot of people come to the party. We back there. I wish I would come out to give me a drink and my daughter on stage. I'm like, get your ass down. I don't care if she's 50 years old. I'm gonna be like, yo, Tay, that ain't cool. Like, I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody's different, you know. It says she's grown. So yeah, I guess that means she lived whatever. I mean, it's just like Magic Johnson with his son coming in with some 6-inch heels and a skirt on and a purse. Like, he's grown, but I'm at the door like, yo, you come over here wear boy clothes, bro. Like, I don't come over here with no skirt on, man. You ain't even dealing with us with no halter top on. I can't do it. Like,
I'd rather my daughter be grown at the strip club throwing money than to be on Facebook with her
at the pool party.
At a pool party in the garage.
For free.
Yeah, man.
For free. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want neither one.
But I would much rather have her throwing money at somebody with their titties out.
Please don't be
titties out. Yes,
hey, Kumar, please don't let that be my only 2 options. You got to give me another option, man.
Right.
I don't want to have to decide between them 2. Like, okay, let me see, strip club, pool party. No,
I mean, I'm just saying that because, you know, I mean, we was just condoning the pool party, and then now here we is talking about ain't no way in hell I have my daughter throwing money at a stripper.
For my daughter. If my daughter had been at as much as I was cool with what they did at that pool party, if I'd have looked on that video and seen my daughter Taylor, I would have had a motherfucking problem. But my problem would have been with her. It wouldn't have been with him. It would have been with her.
The party would have got shut down.
Said he gonna cut the power off.
I'm pulling up. The party would have got shut down.
I mean, once again, my problem wouldn't be with them. It would be with her. Because I would have the
Right.
conversation. I have to have a conversation with her about her choices. Like, yo,
Exactly.
this is not a smart decision for you. Like, I'm just trying to have a good time. Well, there's better ways to have a good time. You don't have to depreciate yourself. You don't have to demean yourself to have a good time. That's almost like what you call it when people cut themselves, or like somebody who's like sadistic. Like, that's how you have fun. Like, maybe you need to learn jigsaw puzzles or something. Like, have you considered anything else? Like, sliding across a nasty wet floor naked, like you might have all kinds of rash. My mom used to call it maligny. You probably got maligny when you. I still don't know to this
Man,
day
my
what
girl
maligny was.
fell outside the bathroom and then scooted in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I know you woke up
Come
the next
on,
day
man.
like, oh, what's wrong with me? I'm sorry.
Got a rash on my booty.
I broke a golden rule my freshman year in college. When I got to college, everybody said, "You live in the dorms, Kev?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Listen, no, because we have these communal showers where everybody uses the showers."
I know you ain't going barefoot.
I did. They told me no matter what you do, don't go in the dorms. And when you take a shower, keep your shower shoes on. I was in a hurry. That's cool. I learned my lesson about nasty water at that point because I had athlete foot. I don't know if you ever had it. Your toes are on fire.
I
right?
did when I was a kid, man.
Man, and you get to back in the days they had the spray, the tough acting, tenactin, and on the commercial, his foot is on fire, and then he spray it and he go out. That's how this shit felt. I just, oh my god, I had foot gonorrhea. The point of that was
that shit was fucked up.
The point
I
of
had
it was
that
the
shit so
dirty
bad,
water.
my toes was bleeding.
You scratch them. Come on, man.
That shit would crack, man, or your skin would get dry and crack and bleed.
Oh man, I told my mans, you got to take me to Walgreens ASAP. He thought I had like some kind of like, have you burning? I said, Walgreens, not the clinic. He's like, what's wrong, bro? I was like, dude, I got athlete's foot. I ain't want nobody to know, right? He's like, oh man, shit, I'm taking you to Walgreens, get you some spray. I'm like, I think you had crabs or something. I'm like, no, man.
That's funny. I was looking up crabs the other day. Me and my homeboys on the phone. We was like, damn, where the fuck them motherfuckers go? We ain't heard nobody talk about crabs in forever. But then I was like, everybody be waxing and shaving nowadays. It's a new era. But then, we was trying to see where did crabs come from? Of course, they're going to say from having sex, being close. But it's like, no. But where did they originate, though? Where did they come from? So, you really can't find no answer. But to me, what it all came back to is it's all lice. But still, it's like, where did lice come from? So then I see everybody got to stay sniffing and sniffing.
I know in the 80s they came from the South Side.
Yeah, man, it's lice.
When they start busing the white kids in, the poor white kids from the South Side, all of a sudden we used to have to go, once or twice a year where the nurses go with the wooden sticks and you got to go in the library and they sit down and look through and if you had lice, you had to cut all your hair off. And I'm just here to tell you, I never seen a brother come back to school the next day bald headed, but a lot of white dudes had on brewer caps. Like, it's like they had lice. So, yeah, I always said
I know plenty of people that had crabs though. So it was like, how is it? It wasn't. Well, I guess the pubic hair is for certain people is different from.
I haven't done the research on that. I'm no expert on that.
I'm just not understanding.
I don't know that I want to understand it though.
I be wondering how is we don't get in our head, but we able to get in our pubes. I just want to know how.
I don't know that I want to be able to advise somebody on that. In all my life coaching, I've never had a client say, "Care, man, Mr. Barnes, can you help me with these crap?" Like I be like,
because ain't nobody got it no more. But I remember it. So I'm wondering, now
somebody got them.
So just wondering.
Somebody got them. Somebody got them. You better
somebody probably do.
You better hope you don't meet them.
Yeah, I don't know, Courtney. You and your friends
you better hope you don't meet them.
So yeah.
Your friends have you and your friends have very interesting conversations.
Hey, stuff be crossing my mind. It be me. We just be talking.
Yeah, me and my boys rarely get on that. Like, come on, you know what I always wonder? What's that, Kev? Where crabs come from?
It be me. My mind be going just like I busted up.
Do you got some supplements for that? Come on. Anti-lice capsules. Like, I don't,
You wondering. My mind is going.
The life as an old man, the shit we miss out on, man. Listen, this is the last show for the week. It's Wednesday.
No.
Yeah. And there's gonna be some more shows added. I don't want to disclose my plans, but I'm gonna start doing some other stuff. I have a very interesting couple of weeks coming up because my son is in the Junior Olympics because he ran track through AAU, so he qualified for the 4x1 in the Junior Olympics, which is in Texas, and so he has to go to Texas for a week for Junior Olympics. And then he's going to come back and he's going to have his birthday, his 18th birthday. And then I think a week or two later, I got to take him to drop him off for his freshman year of college for football camp. So I got some stuff coming up over the next few weeks that's just going to keep me on. And I'm dying to see my daughter because when I can go to Minneapolis and I get there and she's about to get her first apartment, her own, just because she's adulting now. And so this is another step, and I just want to see her and have a conversation with her and be like, how's it going? It's grown people shit. What you think? So I have a very interesting couple of weeks coming up. So I just want to know, Kamar, what you got coming up this weekend and beyond. I know the first weekend you got Wellness Our Way, but what else you got coming?
Hey, man, I ain't got nothing that big coming up. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be at the Fondy Market this Saturday. Tomorrow I'll be at what's the name of the place? It's on Brown Deer Road. With the Chamber of Commerce, Courtney. The name of the place.
At Perkins. Perkins Boys on the Grill.
Yeah, Perkins on the Grill. I'll be there tomorrow.
Perkins, it's on what you said, it's on Brown Deer Road.
Yeah, Perkins Boys on the Grill. It's a soul food restaurant over there in Little Plaza. But they also have an event space. So the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce will be having a third Thursday event there. Come out for the pitch competition tomorrow evening. You got your business, and at the end of the year, you got a chance to win $10,000, $7,000, $3,000. You see that behind Kamar? Yeah, that's right.
Okay, there's your weekend.
That's Thursday, actually.
Oh, just Thursday. My bad. Yeah. What else you got covered?
So I still got some work to do the rest of the week, but then Friday, we sponsor Garfield Day, so we are the presenters, and everybody in the office is out of town. So guess who's gonna be presenting for the chamber?
Courtney.
Yeah, they're gonna be on the mic at 11 a.m. like, yeah, big baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's kick this shit off. But I can't cuss probably, so I'm not. It's older people there, so I'm not gonna do it like that. But I'm gonna get
Courtney, let me find out you code switching when you do these events. Hello, I'm Courtney Francois.
Yeah, you know how to do it. I'm like, hello, Courtney Francois.
Somebody gotta bust you out. Like, well, I'm not all that outlaw shit you be telling. Twist up your fingers. Excuse me, I'm a professional.
Can't do that on chamber time.
Right. At work. Kamala at home. She's Kamala at work.
So, but yeah, I'm be doing that for the chamber for a little bit. Then I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna go to the art museum. It's free all week, in case y'all ain't know. And I love when things are free. Yes. So yeah, make sure y'all check the events page too. I got a concert I'm going to. That nigga Lucky Day coming to town. I've been wanting to see him in concert, but it's at the Rave, and the Rave is all concrete. And I don't know if I really even got no
horrible
shoes like that.
Horrible. So, it is. Oh, Lord, I went to see the Ghetto Boys there and I said, never again will I do this.
Man.
It's like having to go into a show in a tomb. It's horrible. It's the sound. Maybe they've improved since then, but the sound system back then, like, dude, this. Give me my money back, bro. Like, this is out of order, man.
Luckily, the ticket's like $17. Buy one, get one. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even tripping, but yeah, I got to figure out what comfy shoes I'm gonna wear because, yeah.
I just like this song by him, Roll Some Mo. That was a dope song to me.
Yeah, he got some good songs. I like it.
I haven't really heard anything else since then. I'm like,
you be all in the Podverse. Go look him up when we get off of this, Kev.
I don't know. I'm more on the dude L.A. Russell that Rail put us up on from Vallejo.
La Russell? Why would we say L.A.? Why'd you break it up like that?
What's his name? La Russell?
La Russell.
Just Russell? Okay, my bad.
Russell.
I'm like, L.A. Russell. Who the fuck is that? See, I'm like, it's L.A. Russell.
There's La Russell. I didn't want to say Love Russell, so it says.
That's how it's spelled, Kev. We got to read stuff the way we see it.
I know. I know. Russell is his name. My little youngster is dope.
I think it's La Russell. I think his name is La Russell.
I see now. I can't say like Russell. I can't say La Russell. Goddamn, black people don't. They give you no slack. I love the Bay Area sound. I love that mob music, man. So that boy, he gets and he can rhyme. His rhymes is he's dope. I'm just saying. I've been listening to that. Like this is it give me hope for hip hop. Like, oh, okay. Because I like that he kept that old flow, that old Bay Area kind of thing, and instead of auto-tuning and using all this shit that these dudes trying to rap off beats. Say you want some cereal, better get some milk. Say you want some shoes, better tie them up. Whoever dude name is. I'm like, dude, this is garbage.
That D-Lo guy.
Yeah, what? You want to come inside? You better have a key. Like, dude, stop, man. You're making me sleepy. Oh, no, but dude is dope. Ewok is the last comment for the night in the chat room. He said, crabs come from dark, damp places. A woman breeds crabs, he says. So crabs come from women, apparently. What did we learn tonight on Outlaw Radio?
That Courtney need to do some more research about crabs.
Ewok said, if anybody ever asks, I'm gonna say Ewok said.
I'm gonna ask my lady, like, baby, do women breed crabs? I'm gonna get the shit slapped out of me fucking with Ewok. Don't you ever say that to me again. Ask me no shit like that.
Ask me no shit like that.
Do you breed crabs? No, I'm gonna stay away from the whole crab conversation, period, once this show is over. I hope not to ever have it again, but it's Outlaw Radio, so honestly, you never know. Like I said, it's Outlaw Radio crazy. Man, y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. Please be safe. Let's hurry up and get this convention over. And then, like I said, and this is kind of like a hypothesis that I developed on the show. When it's all said and done, let's look at the receipts. How beneficial was it to us? Was this the latest example of a little buddy selling us up the river, trying to get some paper? And if there was a big boost in revenue, what you gonna do with it? Where you spending it at? Where's it getting placed? Since this was a Republican convention and a MAGA-fueled convention, people of color are very, very low on the totem pole as to who receives what in terms of benefits. Or do we just allow him to keep selling us out to the highest bidder until there's nothing else to sell except for our black asses? Oh. Right? And I ain't in the business of selling ass, brother. So you're going to have to come up with another plan. But I'm just saying, y'all, let's pay more attention. Listen, sometimes the talking heads are the talking heads, right? I learned this the hard way. If you don't own your platform, you can't say whatever it is you want. You can't tell the absolute truth. You're going to be dictated to. You're going to be told what you can and what you can't say, where you can and can't go. Nobody in particular's name I'm calling. I'm just saying, if you want the truth, you got to put your ears to the street and really find out what the people are talking about. If you want to hear what we're, when it comes to us as black people, we have a new wave. We have a new movement with this new black media. Let's not fuck it off. Let's support it. Just like black businesses. If Biden pumped up black businesses and that's his claim to fame, I'd rather vote for him than I ain't heard Trump say shit about it except for black jobs. They get the black jobs. The blacks are going to work black jobs. Does that mean janitors? Does that mean crack dealers? Does that mean illegal gun salesmen? What the fuck is a black job? Yeah, but we still itching to run to him and vote for him. Y'all got to pay attention, man. You got to make sure you get out here and try to do something, man. In a world where you can be anything, be the type of person who gives a fuck. Because if your criticism of the community outweighs your contribution to it, your ass is a coon. I'll see y'all Monday, man. Peace and love. Y'all be cool, man. Be safe.